Good evening and welcome to Races Series F1. You're joined by myself, Shane0407, who'll be streaming for you, and Kent's most famous son, Tomo. How are you, Tomo? You alright?
I really hate you sometimes.
I don't know why you expect any different from me.
Well,
So
I would expect a little bit more professionalism from you, Mr. Shane. You know what I mean? Bearing in mind it's supposed to be racing, not racist.
I don't think it's classed as racist, mate, if it's to do with your area. But anyway, we'll move on from that. So yeah, we're going to watch the F1 drivers tangle with the street circuit of Singapore. I mean, we had a great race round there, I believe F2 on Sunday night, and I'm expecting these give us something else as well. The hard runners, as found out on Sunday, can have a really big effect on the outcome of the race, which is very good to see, really. Don't know if you did you see the F2, mate?
Unfortunately not, no. I was actually at work, and I've been dealing with some personal stuff, unfortunately. But excuse me, I have been told, well, Singapore's one of those tracks where if you're going to go around, it's definitely a medium to hard sort of strategy. But this is one of the longest tracks in the F1 calendar.
Yeah, it is, yeah. I've said after the race on Sunday, I would not be surprised to see someone win this race that starts outside of the top 10 on the hard tyres. Because them hard tyres, yeah, if you can be the front runner on the hard tyres and have someone behind you that's maybe trying to force a strategy to work with a little bit of damaged wing, so hard to overtake, they'll hold up the rest of the field for you, you can pull away, and you put them mediums on. And I was speaking to Roberts last night. I was lapping a second and a half faster than he was a lap. And this was in the final stages of the race, so they're so much quicker.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Do you want to get Ioaks an invite back, please, mate?
Yeah, I will try that. I'll do that. Wow. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. That's one of our fans in the background, just showing his support.
Yeah, that's anyway, a child on his way to bed very soon.
Anyway, speaking of which, let's have a look at this. Now, we obviously, who's gone out first is RSF1 Vettel in the Toro Rosso. So he's obviously all going out. They're all going out with the. Let's just get him back in here. There he is. Let's do that. Yeah, it's done. Right, so all sorted. Sorry about that. So anyway, let's get back on board with this young man here. I actually had the opportunity to last week stream for the first time ever, actually, Shane. And it was, I have to say, I have a lot more respect for you guys who stream and commentate, because it is hard work to try and keep up with all the action going on whilst commentating, whilst trying to obviously, make sure everybody else knows what's going on. So fair play to all of you guys.
It's very difficult.
Especially when you've got kids involved. Oh,
yeah.
Looks like Vettel's actually validated his lap.
Yeah, I was just looking at that now. Who have we got next? I think IGN Legends is the next one by the looks of it.
Yes, he is. Let's have a look as he comes flying through the first. Yeah, in the house with his lovely pink helmet flashing around in the night sky there. Going very.
Okay, thanks for ruining that for me, Hush. You F1 drivers will realise Shane doesn't like to know that, but it is a dry race. Mexizu has.
I was so hoping it was going to be a wet race, but there you go. But then saying it though, it's Singapore, so
Mexizu's retired already. Unfortunately for Mexizu, he is on a qualifying ban. I've been over with him. He misunderstood the rule of running up on the grid. I've been over it with him now, and he's all good. He's all good.
Yes, it's very nice and tidy here from IGN Legends, just literally just using every part of that track. And yet this is the one thing you've got to do in Singapore. You've got to really attack those corners, but not attack them too much. Obviously, it's very aggressive. It's nice and aggressive, but the problem is, one little mistake, you can lose your front end. You can also use a bit of end plate. Plus, also, you can take yourself completely out of qualifying. But Legends is just doing a very good job, just using the curves, not going too far over. I think he'll be okay just there, but he's really just almost catching that wall there, Shane.
Yeah, he's very that left-hander there. You do have to aim for the wall and cut it. It's surprising how much time you can gain by doing so.
Exactly, yeah. But here he
Again,
comes.
if you're here to know if you're here to know the name of the corners, you're in the wrong place.
Exactly, yeah.
35 from Legends.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be like that corner there.
Yeah, this left-hander, that right-hander, the hairpin, the back straight. There's no corner names here, gents. I'm afraid.
Exactly. Yeah, I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, so Legend sits.
There is a fat scouser and a useless Kentish guy.
Hey, listen, I'm not from Kent, for God's sake. Anyway, right, here we go. So Mr. Pigeon sits at 135.8. Anyway, so let's have a watch of these Williams boys, because let's talk about where they were last season, well, last race. They had a race to forget, both of those two, didn't they, really? Let's be honest.
They did, yeah. I know that both Verstappen and the newly joined Sink, dyslexic, have been practicing hard for this week's race, so I'd expect to see him up there in quali. Whether they can hold it through the race again is another thing, but Gary moves into P5. But we'll soon see. Verstappen's out on track at the moment. He is on his outlap.
Yes, he is. He's doing a nice little job
for the time being. We have got RSF1 Vettel though. It looks like he's on a lap.
Let's have a look. Right, you keep an eye on Vettel.
After some validation.
Ooh, it's got a bit too deep there. Just coming out there on this. This is the middle sector. Well, obviously the middle sector and this end sector right here is the one that's going to catch everybody out, because you will find, and also that corner there as well. If you get it just right, you can actually just corner cut that corner just slightly and get a little bit of time onto that. But then obviously it all comes to the exit. Let's see how he gets on. This is a quick time from Vettel. It's not a bad 35.9, so it's not bad there. Pretty good time there from. It is actually. Let's have a look. Anyway, so here comes. This is Verstappen. He's just starting his lap. Mr. Ben, let's see how he gets on. Just nicely turned into the corner there. Very nice and tidy on the quick chicane. So around turn, I think it's like this. That's turn 5 at least. He comes around turn 6. Nice. Really just using every part of that track. Going all the way right, DRS wide open, coming down the first sector. Let's see what he puts into the first sector here, which turns out to be a 26.4. That's pretty good, actually. Not a bad first start there. Really nice and tidy, really aggressive. Nice and slow there, beautifully touched. Look at that, really just using every part of the track. Not touching the balls, not over-aggressive. Oh, wow. Getting very close to there. But I'll tell you what, using all of the track as he comes flying through, beautifully touched there. And as he comes through, I think he might have even validated that. I'm not too sure, but I think it might be okay. It doesn't seem to be affecting him, but nice and turned into that turn, into the last corner. Straight down this long straight. This is the one that's going to catch you out, because you can get really good speed. If you don't brake just nicely, again, using all the track available to try and make sure that you can pretty much do a very good start. Left and right chicane just before you come up to that nasty little turn just under the bridge, which is the one that's going to catch. He's got a little bit of traffic, but this is not going to cause him too much trouble. The other two drivers have just managed to pull off the side there, which is good. Legends has retired. He feels it was quick enough to get through. I'm pretty slow. Pretty good. Here comes Ben. He comes flying round and does a 35.4.
35.4. Very nice. Very, very nice.
That is very tidy there from Ben, I have to say. So where is his teammate turn the pits?
Still his team.
Right, so Vettel is, I think, he's either going to come in or he's going to stay out. Let's have a look. He's coming in.
In the racing point.
Right.
It felt like grabbing a little bit of slipstream off Verstappen there. I think that caused him more bad than good.
Right, well, Iox, yeah, actually the racing point. Let's see what he can do. Gets a little bit too. I think he had to brake a little bit too deeply there, but trying to get a little bit of slipstream there from that.
He's desperate from that slipstream. Desperate.
It is, isn't it?
Unity Hush not with the best time at the moment. That was who he's just gone past in the Haas with a 36.3. He's down in P7, so Looking at
I'd
the
say,
times,
Shane,
mate,
that
probably
bridge,
looking at
those,
35s, low 36s.
well, I mean, we're going to lose, what, how many drivers? 4 drivers.
4. 3.
So, well, oh yeah, 3. One's already retired, so apologies for that.
Good save, Iox. Good save, good save.
Again, getting very, very tight in there in that little chicane here. He's getting very close to running out of fuel. Nice and turns very quick chicane. Back end
really
just spinning
struggling.
out a bit. He's all right.
Get yourself in, Oaks. Extra click in that
Whoa!
rear, Luke. Oh, he needs an extra click in that rear wing. I had a similar issue when I first did my practice. I put 1 extra click in my rear wing. Not my rear wing, sorry. I dropped my front wing. I bet he's running 10 and 11. I dropped my front wing to 8. And that was what gave me the stability.
That's it.
It should be running 11. A lot of people are running 10, 11. But for guys that use no traction, which it looks like Oaks uses no traction, it makes the rears really, really twitchy. You need that bit of gap between the wings to stabilise the car a bit.
Yeah, it was. Well, this comes back. Do you remember last year when we were commentating this? Fair enough, we were actually commentating in Singapore together, Shane, if you remember. Remember Smoky McBates?
Of course I remember Smoky McBates.
Yeah, he actually... Well, no, because basically, do you remember what happened to him? Do you remember? He came flying around the corner, literally lost it and smashed into the track. And he was literally on the floor of podium. Do you remember that?
Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I remember.
Yeah, so that just had literally Smoky McBates written all over it. Anyway, now I'm on board with the other Williams, Dyslexic, who's about to just come round and start his lap. So let's see how he gets on. His teammate's done a very good job. So let's see how he gets on as he's about to start. Here we go. So let's see how he gets through as he comes round to the last corner. Literally all the way open. DRS going to be wide open here as he comes down to turn 1. All the way straight down to DRS. It's a long part straight. Round to turn 1. Straight onto turn 2, and then straight onto turn 3, the chicane, all the way around, coming up to turn 4 now, as he comes flying through the actual quick shots, up to turn 5, then into turn 6, using all the track. Oh, he's got a little bit too deep there, and obviously he had hit a bit too much of that curb as he came up to turn 7, as he comes flying through, DRS wide open. That's not going to do him any favours, because he's backed off from his lap, looks like. He has actually backed off Dyslexic, so that's really not done him any favours whatsoever. So that little problem on, I think he might have invalidated his lap. Go on.
We've missed a driver that is back. He's been away at university. He's been gone for a few months. He's in the beautiful black and yellow Renault, and he's just on his lap at the moment, just in sector 3. Mr. Rapid Spray is welcome back.
Oh, hello, Rapid. Oh, blimey. Nice to see you back, buddy. Let's have a look. He's doing a very good time, actually. I have to say, he's very nice. Oh, he's hit that. Oh, and so does the Ferrari behind him. And here he goes.
Ferrari, that was a Red Bull, mate.
Hey, was a Red Bull, sorry.
He'll probably be going again with that time. No, he's pulled over. He's been missing for a while, hasn't he? Been missing for a while.
Bit rusty. A little bit rusty, so. He's got plenty of time. He's got about, well, he's got 5 minutes, so it's on that cusp. So I don't know whether or not he's actually going around again, which it looks like he is. But is he going for? Yeah, he's got DRS wide open, but he's not going fast enough. Well, I don't know. Maybe he is. Let's have a look. Sector 1 now, he's 3.5 seconds slower than Sector 1. So let's see how he gets on the rest of the lap. Shane, who do we see at the moment? Obviously, we've got the.
Ooh, Ozzy goes into P7 with a 36.1.
So I'm looking at the moment. Hold on a minute. Here comes Bamba Viking. He's about to start his lap. Here comes the young man who won in Monza, who did a fantastic job in Toro Rosso. He did very nice and tidy around turn 1 and turn 2. Look at that. He's wearing the Halloween helmet. Supporting Halloween, Mr. Bamba Viking is. Look at that. Happy days.
Is he?
Where
is he?
Look at, have a look quick.
Let's have a look.
Lap. He's on our lap. He's wearing the Halloween helmet straight to the Toro Rossos. 26.9.
Sick, you know.
Brilliant. That's brilliant. That looks fantastic. That's absolutely superb. So anyway, 26.9, first sector. Very nice and tidy there from Mike Myers over there. As he
Quexor
goes
will be
flying
coming
through.
first, then we'll be followed by Bambi.
But actually, I'll keep an eye on Bamba as he comes flying through, very nice and tidy for this little chicane here. Middle chicane. That Halloween helmet's absolutely superb. You know what I mean? He's embracing the fear, ladies and gentlemen. Right there and there, brilliant. Anyway, as he comes flying through, here he comes at coming up to the end of sector 2, all the way down to the end of the sector, and he does a 104.1 so far. It's pretty good from Bamba. They had a very good, as I said, they had a really good race last week in the Monza, won the Monza
Quexor
Grand Prix.
just crossing the line now, sorry, 36.2,
right.
puts him in P9.
That's not a bad time actually from Quexor at all, and that actually puts Dyslexic in a bit of, he's on an outlap, and so does Oaks and Rapid. Well, Rapid should be okay, but I think, oh, look at that!
I don't Rapid isn't going to be
literally back end, almost spinning out. He comes flying around, he's drifting it all the way round with a 37.5. He drifted that car all the way around the end sector. That's unbelievable.
The Devil just thrown it up into P7.
Oh,
and the
that's
Ferrari.
Actually. So, hold on a minute. So,
I want to keep an eye on Iox here. I've just dropped Iox a message and explained to him what, my issue was with the wings. With the 1011 and then the 811. So I want to see if he's more stable in his car now and he's able to do sort of times that would be expected of him. Really.
Well,
so,
he's about to start his
lap. See what he's got.
So let's see what he's got as he comes flying around at the start of his lap as he goes up DRS. So here we go. Let's see if he's actually solved this little problem of his, as Shane pointed out. Very nice and tidy into turn 1, turn 2 and 3, straight around that quick chicane, right into using all the track, which is very, very nice indeed. Here he comes up to turn 5, all the way around, beautifully nice and done. DRS wide open. The car does look a little bit more secure as it comes around the corners. It looks really nice, but maybe he's got that message of yours there, Shane. So he comes through to sector 1. As he comes up to this is going to be the hardest part of the second sector. He goes a little bit too deep again with that little bit.
It's looking good, mate.
It is looking good, but it's looking more secure than he was last qualify.
Yeah, you can still see his lack of confidence in the car, but it looks like it's worked for him. He's starting to hold it a bit tighter now.
He's gaining a bit more confidence because he's actually using more of the track here. This is the one that's going to catch him out, but it's very nice and turny into there. All the way down to sector 2. Let's have a look and see if he actually improves on his time. And he is literally almost 4 tenths quicker. Yeah, almost 4 tenths quicker than his last time there. So he's doing very well. This is where the car was having a few problems. Let's have a look around this quick chicane here, and it is, the car is definitely sticking to that track. So whatever's happened, he's managed to solve that little issue. So this is the one that was causing a few issues around here. This is where the back end decided to give it nope, not going around. Again, very nice and tidy around that quick chicane. Beautifully nice and done. So hopefully this is going to be a nice time from Oates as he comes flying round. Yes, he does, and he does a 37.0.
He's still a threat there, but
while we're watching that, here comes
like
Dyslexic, 26. Now 26.5 from Dyslexic, and that is actually quicker than his teammate. Believe it or not, it's actually a tenth quicker than his teammate.
Rapid Sprays is out.
And here we go as it comes from. Yeah, Rapid Sprays is out already. Wow. So here comes Dyslexic using all of the track. And he comes flying around to this quick chicane, see how he gets on. Nice 1, 2, goes a bit too deep. He's okay. He's managed to hold.
What's up his front right?
So let's have a look, and he comes flying around that quick chicane, right under the bridge, should be alright. Will this get him through? I don't know. It's a little bit too scruffy lap as he comes around the quick chicane, left and right, almost literally touches the wall as he comes flying around, all the way around, literally full throttle as he comes flying through, and does a 38.3. It's not enough. Wow. Dyslexic is out.
Let's get on board. Bamba Vikings also out. Can you send Rapid Sprays a party invite for us, buddy?
Yes, I can.
Rapid Sprays in here. So qualifying is just wrapping up now, but we already know we've lost Bamba Viking, Rapid Sprays, Sync Dyslexic, and obviously Mexizzy with his qualifying ban. Darren Ioaks both just making it through by the skin of the teeth. So Welcome, Rapids. How are you, mate? Have you included your audio?
I have now.
Good man, good man. So, welcome back. Been a few weeks off.
A
Thrown
few
straight in
weeks
at
off.
Singapore.
Yeah.
Straight back to Singapore. How's that gone for you so far?
Well,
What you were
obviously,
expecting? Or?
a lot. Well, I was hoping for points looking into it, but after Q1 and the first 2 laps, there's no way. I'll be happy if I don't be pitting 5 times.
Yeah, when you've been away for a while like you have, obviously to come back and
Especially being thrown back
try and
into the top
compete.
tier, you know.
Yeah, and at Singapore of all tracks. But I'm sure you will. I'm sure you'll probably start to grow within the race. Have you had a think about your strategy for the race? We're starting from where you are.
Well, I think I'm just going to go for the hards at the back, you know. Try and run long. There's not a lot of options, really. If I was starting further up, maybe I'd go for the mediums. Either one or the 2, but not from
Did you?
how far back I am.
Go on, mate. Sorry.
No, it's
Well,
better.
Did you watch?
Sorry.
Did you watch
Shane.
F2 stream on Sunday?
No, I was away. Well, not away, I was at someone else's house.
Hotter tyres will do you well. To be fair, all the front runners when they pitted came out behind the hard runners on Sunday. If that happens again, it has a really, really big impact on the race. Big impact.
Yeah, I mean, my pace isn't looking so good, but just sort of hoping to just play it smart, avoid the accidents if there are any, and sort of capitalise on any opportunities.
There's going to be plenty of those for you there, buddy.
Yeah, there probably will be. Yeah, just about keeping it clean, really.
Can I just point
Are
out,
you straight
though?
back in a seat?
Hmm?
Are you straight back in a seat? Sorry, Tomo. Are you straight back in a seat? Are you in the Renault with Gary now, or are you just a reserve at the minute?
No, I'm just in reserve at the minute. I've got a week off from uni, so...
half term, isn't it, for Halloween?
Oh,
so.
okay.
Yeah, I've got...
I was just going to say, you know that laughter in the background, that was not because of your qualifying lap there, Rapids. I just want to point that out, alright? Okay. You know what I mean?
No, I did one lap and I messed up the last sector, but as soon as I crossed the line, I went just to straight look at my tyres, because the setup that I've got I literally just picked up from time trial, because I've had like no time to actually do any practice, and my tyre temperatures were like through the roof, so I just, on that last, like my last out lap, I looked away from my screen, looked back, and I'm in the wall, so I thought there's no point even trying to go out again. So
you can tell you're rusty, can't you? You can definitely tell you're rusty. It's a rookie mistake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, mate.
I was looking through my Xbox clips earlier talking about this. It was around Singapore in another league on the last game. And I've recorded it. It's just a clip of me going through the last corner. But I was looking back because someone was following behind me and then he hit. So I was in my rear view. I looked back and I'm in the wall. And like my car's retired.
I'm saying nothing.
It's a rookie mistake. Rookie mistake.
What is your prediction then? Do you think you can score points from there in the race?
On raw merit, no. I'm banking on incidents. There's no weather change, so the only strategy that I'm gonna have is if other people like decide to qualify on the softs or go for a 2-stop. But it's still gonna be on.
This. Let me just change this and make sure. No, there is nobody at the moment out on the softs.
No, there won't
way.
be. I mean, at the moment we've got. It's going to be interesting to see what everybody's fitting on the moment. At the moment, we're just on board with. Well, actually, Kexor actually put in the stream that he had a DRS failure again for the second race running, but managed to get through to Q2. So fair play to him, and he's on the hard tyres. Yeah. And Ozza is actually going to go through first on the mediums. So let's see what the difference is between the two.
Nice one for joining us, Rapids. Good luck in the race, and who knows, with a bit of luck we could be speaking to you again in an hour or two.
Yeah, and they're forced to be with you, rabbits.
Maybe not. I don't believe it. You know. Alright, see you
Yeah,
later.
I don't want to hear negative
See you in a
thoughts
bit,
here,
mate.
rabbits.
Ta-ta.
Only positive. Come on, mate.
Oh, I can't. The Kent vibes are not strong here. Even though
That's good to know. I can't believe you just said that. Unbelievable. You know what I mean?
well, I'm from Kent,
You
so
know what? I
everything
hope
that
you
gets
crash.
shot at
I
you,
hope you
then,
crash.
yeah.
I hope you crash. Well,
I'm
get
part
on
of
with
the
it.
Kent boys, wow.
I'm not a Kent boy,
I see how
so
it
you
is,
stay
then.
out of it, alright? Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
I'm an
Alright,
Essex boy, how dare you? But anyway,
I hope the stream crashes now.
Whoa! That's punishment to me.
out!
I've done nothing.
Get out! Get out! Go on, clear off. Sod off.
Wow.
Get out of
See
here.
you later.
Disrespect. Well, anyway, so Ozza looks like he's had a bit of a hit on the end of Sector 1, so I thought I'd just jump on and see how Kexar's getting on, and it seems to be he's doing a nice little job with those hard tyres. Yeah, I think Rapids will be alright. I know he's obviously missed quite a number of races because of university and stuff like that, but I think, once he gets himself a few laps under his belt, he'll be fine. He'll get back into the groove. Things will be perfect.
Yeah, be 5 or 6 laps in, mate. He'll start to get his groove back again, and it'll be like riding a bike.
So anyway, here comes Kexar.
Right, okay.
Let's see what he does.
Great chat, Tomo. Great
yeah,
chat. You
I
can
loved
teach
it, mate.
beep.
Anyway, 38.3 from Kexar in the hards. So not a bad time actually. That's pretty good on the hard tyres. I like that. So a few drivers going out on the hard tyres. And speaking of which, here comes Mr. Ben. Obviously, he's made a mistake there.
Coming through now to set his time. He's on the mediums.
So while you will do it well, no, you're all there
36.3.
again. So 2
Not a bad
seconds
time, that.
quicker. No, it's not bad. So let's have a look. Right,
That's
let's
actually
watch Ben.
that's a really good time. A 36.3 in the first session on the softs had been enough to get him in, I believe, into the top 10 on soft tyres. So that's
just about 9th or
just
10th
about.
place.
It was low 36s.
Yeah, just about. Yeah, just
So-
about. And Danny
That
does
should be
a
safe.
30
Danny's done a 36.3 as well.
So here we go. So here comes, well, one board right now with Mr. Ben and the Verstappen in the Williams on the hard tyres. Let's see
Gary,
what he
what
can
are you
actually do.
doing? What are you doing?
That's not a bad first sector time, actually. 26.8 on the hard tyres, first sector. That's pretty good. Bear in mind, he did a 26.4 on the softs. So that's actually quite quick for him. So that's impressive. So let's see what kind of time Ben can actually do. What happened with Gary there, Shane?
What I'm saying no to Gary for is his tyre selection.
Well, was he on with softs? Yeah, he's gone with
He's
softs.
on the softs at the minute, yeah. I just want to point out as well. I mean, we've got 20 viewers at the minute on the stream, which is not bad in quality, not bad. Everyone's so quiet. What's going on?
Yeah, it's very unusual. You're normally quite, you've got quite a few things to say for yourselves. Normally directed in my direction, but well, maybe you just give me a break tonight. Fantastic. So, but there you go. Let's have a look. So anyway, here comes Ben. He comes around this quick shot. Oh, he's
37.9
really
from Gary.
actually. So let's have a look. This is actually quite a quick time from Ben as he comes flying through. Let's have a look and see what he does compared to the medium tyre guys. As he comes around and does a 37.3. Wow.
Ooh, it's not bad.
That's not bad on the hard tyres.
And we've got some loud noises in the chat from Cherry Ghost. I'm not sure who Cherry Ghost is actually. Is that a new
I've got a
viewer?
clue, but apparently Falcon Legends is
and-
silent but deadly.
Yeah. We'll not speculate about what he means there.
I'm not saying a word. Anyway, so as it stands in the hard tyre, Legends just done a 37.2 in the hard tyres as well. So those are pretty decent times from the hard tyres from those two.
I don't think they're enough to see him through though. I'd be surprised.
Well, let's have a look because we've got Vettel, Darren still in the pits. We've got Vettel, Oaks, and Ozza all in the outlaps as well. We've got yellow flag sector 3. I don't know what that's all about. Probably something just moved out of the way.
Right. Challenge accepted. Cherry Ghost says, I'm a nobody, just like watching good racing. So Cherry Ghost is somebody we know, I believe, with that comment. And everybody's a somebody, Cherry. Don't put yourself down. I mean, look, you're a ghost. And a cherry. That's good.
Well, yeah, a ghost has lost his cherry. Hey! Come on, it had to be done.
Hush got a little bit put off there by, I can't quite see who it is. I think that was an Alpha. Alphas. Who's in the Alpha? Was that Pidgey Munch?
No, I think it might
Yeah, I think
have
that
been,
was
it's Mr. Pigeon, yeah.
It was Pidgey Munch, yeah. He'd gone off in front of Unity Hush, and I think he sort of caught Hush off guard a little bit. So then he went wide and nearly hit the wall.
He might have gone wide, but at the moment he's still doing quite a decent sort of laptop. It's not. No, it's going to be a little bit slower than that actually. So he might try. Yeah, it's going to be in the 40s. It's not that quick. No, is he coming in? Yes, he is. He is coming into the pits. So right. Anyway, so Vettel 26.6 first sector. That's exactly the same sort of time that Ben did in the halves. So gives you an idea the sort of time that Ben did on the actual hard tyres. That's pretty good actually. So anyway, let's have a look at Vettel as he actually comes round he's got a Ferrari in front of him, so that's going to not do him any favours. Whether or not Ferrari moves out his way, no, because I think the Ferrari's actually on the lap as well. And that is Darren 121, as Oscar does 135.9.
Yeah, he's into the 35s on the mediums. That's very impressive, to be fair. Yellow's set to 1.
Here comes Vettel as he does a 36.3.
36.3. He joins the 36.3 club.
So he does.
Vettel SF just pushes himself in front of it. 36.2.
Right, okay, so
who we got on track now? Iox. What's Iox got?
37.4.
He's a 37.4. He has dropped me a message, Iox, saying thank you, the car feels a lot more stable, so.
Okay, so here comes Darren, 121. Does a 26.7 first sector. So that's pretty good. He's a tad slower than what RSF1 Vettel did. So that's not bad on the first sector, on the medians, as he comes flying around, just using all the track. I'm finding that all the drivers are literally trying to use every part of this track. Have you noticed this, Joe?
You have to. You have to push the limits.
Very nice and tidy there. Into that little chicane there. Very nice. As he comes flying down, coming up to the end of 62. There's a 104.2. That's pretty good on the mediums. He's still picking up some speed in the Ferrari now. Let's see how Darren gets on to this quick chicane. This is the one that's going to catch a lot of people out though. Probably more in the race than in qualifying, I think. What do you reckon, Joe?
There's a number of corners around here that will catch out.
Anyway, thanks for that.
There's that many of them. There's that many of them, mate. What do you want me to do? Just pick on one corner? It's not fair to that one corner. All the rest of them are problems as well.
Unbelievable.
You're all
37.0. There you go, 37.0. So that's not a bad time. He's only like 7 tenths slower than Vettel, RSF1 Vettel. But is that going to be enough time? I don't actually know.
Down at the bottom of our timing screens.
Yes, I have. Unity. So
Championship leader. There is literally nobody on the lap at the moment. We've got a few on out laps. Unity's on his out lap. We've got Quexor on his. Mr. Pidgey Munch on his. Gary is just leaving the pits as we speak. And IGN Legends is out there as well.
Well, I had to say, Unity, I mean, obviously he didn't have a very good monitor. Managed to scrape in with 4 points in 8th last race. I know he's got a massive lead, but all these times that he keeps on having few problems, and obviously with Mr. Pigeon picking up 3 podiums in a row, I know it's going to be a dent into the into his championship lead, but at the same time it's going to give Pigeon massive confidence, and at the same time Unity's going to be starting questioning himself, thinking, what do I need to do? Because with after tonight we've got 7 more races left, haven't we, Shane? 7 races left?
7 after tonight or 6?
Well, we've got, let's see, so we've got Russia, Japan, Mexico, America, Brazil. I know it's 6, sorry, yeah, 6, apologies. Yeah, it is 6 races after tonight. So,
what am I working with?
What? I was asking a question. You were answering. You pain in the backside.
I did answer. You said there was 7. I said I'm sure there's 6, mate.
Yeah, not saying like no, definitely not 7 Tomo. It's definitely 6. I mean, this is what I have to work with. Alcoholics Anonymous.
I made the mistake. I made the mistake of trusting that you might know what you were talking about. I do apologise. That's my fault.
Oh, hey, hold on a minute. I asked a question. I was just double checking. Unbelievable.
Right, we're on board with Unity anyway. He's in Sector 3 at the moment. Let's see if he can push himself out of the drop zone and into Q3 on these medium tyres. Interestingly enough, nobody has decided to put a set of the softs on.
You can't.
Try and go.
You cannot. I mean,
No.
well, you could if you really, really wanted to go for a very, very long stint on those hard tyres.
You got
there's a fake logo, 36.6.
36.6. Nice.
Now, looking at it from this point of view, right. Now, Verstappen is out on a lap. So here he goes. He's about to set a lap. Let's see what he does. 26.5.
He's sorry, mate.
Verstappen. He's actually in the Williams. He's very close to being knocked out. And he is 3 tenths up on his time already in Sector 1. So let's have a look and keep an eye on him on the medium. He's actually out on the medium tyres. He feels that the hard tyres, even though they were pretty quick with 37.3,
Bear with Thomas,
it's
just
not
got
enough.
Pigeon coming over the line now. He's in the drop zone at the minute. What's Pigeon got? This looks quick actually. 36.0 from Pigeon. Safe as ours is.
Told you.
Quexel's coming over now. See what Quexel's got.
Oh, you keep watching that. I'm going to keep an eye on Mr.
36.1 from Quexel. He's safe. Unity Hush is now down into P8. The Devil, IGN Legends goes quicker with a 35.7. Unity Hush is now down in P9. We've got the Devil on the lap at the moment. He's going to push him out. You've got Verstappen obviously going quickly as well.
Yeah, he's a second quicker already, actually in Sector 2 for Verstappen already. He's found his second. So let's see what he does. He comes flying through, actually moving out of the way. That racing point comes flying around as he comes flying around full lap as he does a 35.6. Look at that.
Very nice. Unity Hush is in real trouble here. The Devil is also up on his time.
Here comes Unity as he comes flying around. As a 36.7 does not, and he's out. He's out. We've lost the championship leader. Wow, that is unbelievable. And I think we've actually lost Oaks as well. Oaks is out as well. We've lost him as well. So that's not very good. But here comes the Devil as he comes round to set his lap. Is he going to be quick enough? I don't think it's going to be quick enough for him to get through. I might be wrong as he does a 36.7. No, he's out as well. So, and Shrimper is out. So Gary managed to safely get through to Q3. Wow.
Hi, Classy.
Hey, what? Hey, what?
Classy 1. Hi, guys. Saying
Oh,
hi
hello.
to Classy.
Oh, hello,
Cherry
Classy.
Cherry Ghost.
Yeah,
Cherry Ghost isn't talking to us anymore.
Well, yeah, apparently he's a nobody. I mean, but he's lost his cherry, so maybe you've got to go and find it again.
Do you want to get Unity in here? Feel it's unusual to have an opportunity to have a chat with Unity at this stage. But just looking at the guys that we've got some really quick guys gone out. Now, I've said that a few times now, you probably hear me say it, I'm a big lover of starting on the hard tyres around here. But the guys that are out on the hard tyres, some really quick ones that could win the race. Starting on the hard tyres, the mediums are so quick at the end. Well, you've got Shrimper in P11, more than capable. Unity Hush in P12, more than capable. The Devil in P13, more than capable. The Devil, sort of capable. The Devil, Darren, 21. And I Oaks, also sort of capable. No, these guys, all of these guys, have more than got the ability to come from outside of the top 10 and get a win, to be honest. Classy's just put in their first time being here and just wanted to see how the league is going.
Thank you very much,
Classy, to be fair. Are you a driver that we know, or? And Cherry says, just watching the qualified, looking good.
Well, actually, I'll
right,
tell you what, while you're saying hello to everybody actually on stream, our championship leader, who unfortunately has not had the best of qualifiers, has joined us. Just make sure you take a quick your box there, Unity. Obviously, I know you've not had the best of races for the last couple of races now. Obviously, Monza and I mean Belgium was a pretty good one, but Monza. And now, obviously, you're out in Q2. Are you feeling the pressure? Are you? Was this or was this just unfortunate? It was just a shame you just couldn't get in Q3.
I'm not feeling pressure. I just knew this is my worst track on the calendar, so I wasn't expecting much. I tried 9, 11 wings, just didn't work out, so it's going to be hard. Hopefully some accidents happen and I don't get involved.
Well, that is the thing. I mean, obviously, I know you've been looking at Mr. Pigeon. He's had 3 podiums in a row. I know you had a couple of battles with him, obviously in Hungary and Belgium stand out as the 2 best tracks both of you two have had a bit of battle with. But you must be obviously you're not looking over your shoulder. You're so far in the lead at the moment, but the more podiums this guy gets, and obviously he's hoping you're going to struggle. Do you reckon you're going to have a chance of getting, maybe a podium or maybe some decent points in the race?
Oh, it all depends what happens in front of me. Strategy-wise, I don't know. I'm going to see what everyone else around me does.
Hard tyres.
Strategy.
But listen, apparently, if you listen to my co-commentator, he's just been banging on about it for ages and ages and ages. To be perfectly honest, it's getting a bit boring, but this is hard tyres. So, but bear in mind, Unity,
Just say.
right? Just to make sure I've got this absolutely spot on, and I want to make sure I've got this purely, and obviously I've got this on record. I have nothing to do with it. So if you crash out in hard tyres, don't come crying to me. You go to him. Right.
I will. I'll follow it.
Yeah,
don't
I
worry.
will.
I've showed the hard tyres work.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but a safety car could ruin that.
You think what, sorry?
A safety car could change all that.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point, yeah.
Yeah, that's very true.
Especially around here.
Well, Unity, look, listen, like I said, I have nothing to do with this at all, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. So, if it goes really well for you, happy days. Obviously, I won't hear the last of it. But if it goes really bad for you, it's a, you know what I mean? It's him.
Yeah. Like on the
Sorry,
podium,
Classy,
having
what
words.
are you saying? Nope, I haven't. Don't want to be having words, Unity. We're all good. Oh, obviously you are doing comms tomorrow evening for the F4 guys. Are you looking forward to that?
Oh.
Yeah, I am actually. My first time watching F4, so it's going to be interesting.
Oh boy. Oh, yeah. Are you with the ever popular sort of like element? Are you?
No, I'm with Brundle.
No, Element's actually he's off this weekend. This week, I think. At the moment.
Is he? Oh man.
Yeah.
So who are you commentating with tomorrow then? Unity?
Brundle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for you already.
He's a little bit poorly as Rundle at the minute, so we wish him well. He's a little bit poorly, bit of a bad
Yeah,
voice.
we wish him well. We wish him well. You know what I mean? Rub some bits in your chest. You know what I mean? Well, whatever it is you rub on your chest. Yeah, you know what I mean?
As we are now starting laps, good luck to you, Unity, in the race. Perhaps we'll be speaking to you in another hour and a half. And thank you for joining us. Wish you all the best. Hard to mediums is the best way forward, mate. Just
I can't medium to hard, I go.
Jesus Christ, honestly. I've got to put up with this for the rest of the qualifying year. You're lucky. I've got to put up with this. Hard to mediums.
I'm going to get a fresh cold drink now.
Well, you go for it, mate. You know what I mean? As long as it's not alcoholic, don't drink and drive. That's what we say.
I'm drinking on the job, I should do.
Yeah, you've got, ooh, Vettel's just lost a bit of an impact there. That's good. Yes, he has. He was getting a bit too close now.
Shrimper left the session. Do you want to get Shrimper and invite back in for us, mate?
Can do. Let me just see if I can find him. Where is he? There's that boy. Doesn't sound very, very optimistic about his chances, does he?
Yeah, Vettel be going straight in. He's got a damaged wing.
Gary, I'm talking about Gary. I'm talking about obviously our championship leader does not like this track. He's not looking forward to this track at all, is he? It's going to be interesting to see what happens with it.
No, it might be different when he gets into it. Classy says, I'm looking for another league to join. I was interested in joining this one, but unfortunately I play on PS4. I'm going to buy an Xbox, get F1 2019, more than welcome, come and join us. Vettel goes provisional pole for the moment with a 36.3. Do you race in many leagues then on PS4, Classy? What's it like on PS4, the competition? Not really sure. Vettel with a 35.8.
I will not have you
Self-pole at the
swear
moment.
on this stream anymore. Do not talk about that horrible. I mean, stop swearing. I mean, we only speak about Xbox here. What's the matter with you?
Speak about whatever
Sorry,
we want.
I mean, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologise. I mean, this is what I have to work with. Especially when he's had a drink, he starts to get a little bit leery.
I've had 2 cans, mate. 2 cans.
He said, yes, it's 2 cans enough. Oh, dear.
Alright then, mate. Calm yourself down. Calm yourself down. I've been careful with these guys from Kent. They get a bit upset and angry at times.
Well, I wouldn't know because I'm not from Kent, so I don't know how they actually act. But you know, obviously we'll get. Well, actually, we can get Rappington here. He can answer that question for you because he's from Kent. So ask him.
Yeah, no, yeah. I was struggling to tell which one of you was speaking, if I'm honest, mate, when you were both talking. Like, so sound so alike.
Well, I'm not saying anything for everyone else because that's what we do. I mean, they're scouts from Stoke, so they said about that. It should be
Racing the
better.
League of Europe at the moment. Nice. I mean, have you considered getting an Xbox? We're not just trying to convert people from leagues anymore, we're trying to convert them from consoles.
Well, I can't
We're
actually
hitting
get
a whole new level.
yeah, exactly. I can't actually get Trooper, unfortunately. I can't find him, so it's a bit of a shame. So we'll have to move on from that. We'll have to have a look and see what goes on.
IGN Legends, first man into the 34s.
Right, well, you say that because I'm on board with this man who has actually been setting the fastest laps on every every qualifying, and that is Mr. Verstappen. As he comes through, let's see what he does. First sector. I don't know what the actual.
He's obviously not on a lap and he's messed up somewhere, mate. He's on the 0 ERS. Bloody hell, boys. I'm thinking about putting an ad out for a commentator on a Tuesday night.
See, this is what I'll have to put up with, right? Okay, I'm helping out here. I'm getting nothing but mouthful use. So, you know, I've just jumped on board with Ben, okay, and I'm just saying, you know, obviously he's been top qualifier. You know, he's been setting the pace, Q1, Q2, but no, this alcoholic doesn't step in. Anyway, so.
Alright, mate, no worries. Anyway, I'm on board with Ozzy.
Fair enough. Let's see how Ozzy gets on, shall we?
And they're beautiful McLaren. I'll say beautiful, it's not, it's not a nice car.
It's a better car than it was last year, let's be honest.
It just, I'm sure at the start of the season I looked at it and thought, it's alright, that car is. But the more I look at it, the more I dislike it.
I actually like it. I prefer it this way than I did it this way than I did last
Danny,
season.
with a 35.3, puts himself into P2.
Not bad there from Danny in the Red Bull. Now, Danny, in the last race in Monza, had penalties galore.
What's Ozzy got? Ozzy with a 35.7, puts himself in P4 at the moment.
Right.
So, I don't think we've got anyone out on a lap at the moment, mate. We've got Vettel on an out lap. So at the moment, we've got 6 drivers that have set times.
No Scholes is actually on an out lap.
No Scholes is on an out lap. The drivers we've got that have set times so far, we've got IGN Legends with a 34. I'm struggling to see that because of the screen. 34.809
Open your
and
eyes.
899. No, it's the way the screen is on the pit wall. Let me change it. There we go. 34.899. We've got Danny in P2 with a 35.3, Quexor P3 with a 35.6, Ozzy P4 with a 35.7, Vettel 35.8 and P5, and Vettel ran the guys that have set time so far with a 36.3. We've got Pidgey Munch, Verstappen, No Scholes, and Gary yet to say times. Ozzy is decided to change the layout of the track.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
It's the only way I can put it, really.
Oh right, I see what you mean. Oh right, okay, so basically, yeah, he's trying to get through, and he's decided that obviously that chicane is just a bit too much difficulty for him, especially if he's going.
I think he's realised he's a little bit short on time of getting back to the pits and getting another lap in. So,
well, right. So looking at this point of view, okay. So we've got No Shoals is just about to start a lap. So I know you're watching. No Shoals is actually starting a lap now. The Mercedes. He needs to set a really one lap. It's going to be a one-hit wonder because he might have enough time to get around to do 2 laps. But
I wasn't saying maybe doing 2 laps.
There's a possibility. There's a possibility. It all depends on this lap. So let's have a look at the first sector. So it's a 26.4. Not bad start there on the sector 1 as he comes flying through. This quick chicane, this is the one that's been catching a lot of people out. Very nice and tidy there. Obviously has to brake
50%
really
classy,
hard.
yeah.
So, thank you very much, Cassie. I'm glad that you actually online with us. He actually said he's actually racing with the League, the European League, or the League of Europe at the moment, apparently. From what I understand,
I didn't miss that. I did mention about it. Clearly, you just don't listen.
Whoa!
Again,
No
just saying, guys.
shouts.
19 of you here. Yes, back end had issues. 19 of you there, guys. Ads going out for a commentator on a Tuesday night to help me. Message RSF1 Shane 0407 with your application and why you believe you would be a good co-commentator for me on a Tuesday night. Thank you.
But the word tosser comes into mind, actually, but there you go. So anyway, as he comes around, so there we go. So as we come flying around to the end of the sector, No Shoals. So if you want to find yourself a new commentator, fine, go and find yourself a new commentator. Just don't come crying to me. You can't find one. 35.7.
35.7.
So anyway,
and he's always took his foot out. That's it. He will not be doing another lap time. Come on.
Anyway,
Vettel. 34.7. Very, very nice.
Right, here we go. So let's see what Ben
Who
does.
is next?
No, he's literally invalidated that again. What is he doing?
He's not getting the timing. He's not getting the timing.
Ben, what is he
Sector
doing?
1, he ain't getting the timing.
Unless he goes flying around. Oh my days on days.
He's going slow, mate. He knows he ain't getting the timing.
Well, that is very disappointing there from the Williams. Very disappointing. So anyway, No Shoals. Let's see what he can actually do. As he comes flying around, gets almost too deep.
No Shoals has just done his lap.
Okay.
Now, mate.
Vettel literally drifted on the way out. He's out lap. As he comes flying around, that back end is really
Vettel's just gone pole, mate. He's not on his out lap.
No, Vettel's is 36.3, but he's actually going around again. So he's actually starting there. So if you pay attention and racing point, I say Vettel's zoof.
Well, you say the gamer tag's right, mate.
I did say it right. It's just you're not listening because you're drinking as usual. You know what I mean? Obviously, advertising for new commentator.
I'm listening very clearly for any available opportunity to correct you, mate. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
So we've got Gary coming round now. He's about to set what's probably going to be his one and only lap time, 35.8. He did cross the line with just enough time to go again. It looks like he's keeping his foot in it. So the right pigeon. Oh, I feel for Verstappen. I know he's got some serious pace round here.
Yes, but then at the same time, it could work in his favour, really, to be honest. Because I know he's on the medium tyre, so we'll see how he gets on. It all depends on the starts. If he gets out of trouble, he might have a really good start. But I'm just watching Vettel SF, so I'll just make sure you heard that properly. He's 4/10 up on his time at the moment, which he's actually doing really nicely. He's a little bit quicker on sector 1, literally 700 quicker on sector 1. But anyway, you carry on with Pigeon because I'll keep an eye on this young man here as he comes flying through. This is the last quick chicane.
Pigeon got it's definitely this is close. Oh, it's only a 35.3. Sees him in P4.
Vettel, nice and tidy into the last chicane. Here he comes flying through. This is going to be quick as well. Let's see how it gets on. Nice and tidy straight through as he does a 35.4. No, it's not fast enough.
P5.
Well, okay, now
Quexor's a couple of tenths up. Who's next? Quexor's next.
Is it Quexor? Is it?
Daniel Legend.
No, it is
I believe it's
Quexor.
Quexor, yeah.
Yes, it is. It's Quexor. Let's see what he can do. As he goes flying through.
35.4 P5. Oh no, Ozzy! Ozzy's hit the wall of the bridge.
Gary. Gary's come flying around. Let's see what Gary can do. Does a 36.0. Finishes 9th. And Ozzy is just completely... He's lost part of his front wind there, and he's going to have to go in. So that is that, I think. Yeah, that is
It is,
it.
mate. I'm going to leave you to do the run through while I put my laptop on charge. I'll be back in a moment.
This is what I have to work with, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologise about this. I mean, my drunken
I knew you were going to do that. I knew you were going to do that. You paused for a couple of seconds and wait till you thought I'd left. You sneaky Russian, you. Back in a minute.
How could I resist? Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So anyway, but yeah, let's have a look at this. So we are literally finished at the business end of the qualifying. And to be perfect, a couple of interesting little ones there, with Verstappen finishing in 10th. It's not very good for him, I have to say. But let's have a look. So anyway, so 10th was Verstappen, didn't set a time in the Williams, and Gary in 9th with a 35.8 in the Renault, Osler in 35.7 in the McLaren 8th, no Charles in Mercedes, he's at 35.7 and 7th, with Vettel SF in the Racing Point 35.4 in 6th. Kex on the Red Bull in 5th, in 35.4, with Mr. Pigeon in the Alfa Romeo in 4th, in 35.3. Then in 3rd is Danny in the Red Bull in 35.3. Second is IGN Legends in the Haas with 34.8. And of course, RSF1 Vettel and Toro, so 34.7, setting the pole position. So there you go. Right, anyway, so Oaks. Betting on 3 cars at lap 1, so Cherry goes. Softs are so fucked up. So, sorry, softs are so up after lap 1. Darren, we will not have swearing like that in the chat, please. Any takers for higher attrition rate? Don't know, Cherry goes, so everything else at the end of the day. Any questions you may have for all of us while we're actually watching the race, we will try and answer as best we can. Yes, one of the questions is, yes, you're absolutely right, he is an alcoholic. There you go. So I thought I'd throw that one in there. It is 50% race, as Shane rightfully said earlier to Clarty, and obviously Falconer has actually just obviously reiterated that point as well. So yes, so obviously it's going to be a very interesting race. We hope to bring you some really good laps. It's going to be a very interesting lap. First lap is going to be, well, the first couple of laps actually, but turn one's going to be the one that's actually catching up. Oh, the trunk's back with his fan. The fans are out and forced there in the background, so I do apologise about that. Let's have a look. So,
Guess who's back? Back.
God, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know. Yeah, see what I mean? Yeah, you've upset one of our viewers already. Unbelievable. What's wrong with you?
Can't help it. On the plus side, we have nobody readying up on the grid, which is good. So I believe we're waiting for, I believe it's Mr. Verstappen as our host today.
Yes, he is. He is the host, so hopefully we should be watching that. So looking at it from point of view, we've got Unity. Obviously we need to know what they're going to start on. We've also got the 2 Williams that didn't have a very good. Obviously, Dyslexic didn't have the best in qualifying. Ben unfortunately didn't have the best Q3. With the Toro Rossos and obviously the Alfa Romeos really pushing. Who do you think has got the best advantage in this race here, Shane?
Again, mate, we're going to go back to it. Obviously, you've got your front runners anyway, but then you've got Unity Hush has actually ignored me and he started on the mediums. But
He's what? Hello?
Yeah, he's
What happened there?
I've no idea, mate. It was fine for me. Yeah, he's the only one outside of the top 10 to start on the medium.
Well, it's not a bad strategy actually. To be honest, it's not a bad strategy.
He's putting shrimpers actually. So.
And in fairness, for him, it's a fresh set of medium tyres as well, because the other guys have all got used medium tyres. He's used them for a couple of laps here, there, and everywhere. He's got a brand spanking new fresh set that he can use. So that's probably going to be working more to his favour. So he can probably stay out for a couple more laps. One of the guys come in and obviously change up to go to hard tyres. Maybe he's going for a very long stint. He might be able to try and see if he can try and get those mediums to a very long time. He can probably jump on a set of softs. We don't know.
He's not getting far enough for a set of soft.
Excuse me, sorry about that. I need a drink. No way.
Want a beer, mate?
No, I don't want a beer. You can keep your beers. Thank you very much. So, pretty much. I'll drink the pop stuff. I've got a bit of whiskey here because I've got a bit of a cold.
Oh. So we are on a long ready up here. For you viewers, who do we think is going to take the win in this race?
I'm sorry, was that to the viewers or was that to me?
That's to you as well, Kentish.
I knew it was to the viewers. I was just pulling your leg, wanting to get a reaction out of you. Just wanted to make sure you're paying attention.
No, mate, it's for you as well. This is a really long pause here.
You know what? I'm going to go with Mr. Pigeon. He's motivated. You know, obviously he's momentum for the last 3 races. He's got podiums last 3 races. You know, he got third. Also, he got second in Hungary. He got third in Belgium, I believe he did, and he got second in. Sorry, I think it was second. No, was it second? Yes, I believe it was second place or third place actually. Sorry, in Monza. So. I'm guessing it's going to be, but Shrimp is the host. He's actually started up, so we are ready to rock and roll.
Shrimp is the host. Right, okay.
Yes, he is.
I can see being IGN Legends, and I can see Shrimpy getting a nice little spot on the podium from P11 on them hard tyres.
Well, let's see if your call, as you've been making it, comes
Classy,
to fruition.
Classy actually fancies Verstappen from P10. Or Danny.
Verstappen has got some pace, but it all comes down to the first couple of laps is going to be interesting. Turn 1 is going to be the one.
Right,
it
Tom.
all comes to start. Now I know. Yep.
Let's take us through the grid, starting from the very back.
Yeah, absolutely, no problem at all. So we'll start with, let's have a look at it. So we've got Mex, who's in the McLaren. He starts on the hard side, he's in 19th place. Then we've got Stephen Slexy in the Williams, he's on the hard side as well in 18th place. We've got Rapid Sprays in the Renault, he's in 17th place, he's on the hard tires. We've Bama Viking, who won the last one. So also give another hard tires. He's actually got set for hard tyres along with Darren and the 2 Ferraris, Darren and the Devil, respectively, both on the hard tyres. Then, of course, as you mentioned, the Cambridge Championship leader in 12th place unit in the Harris in the medium tyres, with RSF1 Shrimper in the Alfa Romeo in the 11th. He's actually on the hard tyres. Then we come to the top 10. We've got Verstappen. He's on the medium tyres. He's in 10th place with mediums. We've got Gary in the Renault in 9th place with mediums. Ozzer in 8th in the mediums as well. We've got No Shoals in 7th in the Mercedes. He's on the medium tyres. Vettel SF in the Racing Point again on the medium tyres as well in 6th place. With Kexar, the Red Bull, he's actually got medium tyres as well in 5th place. Mr. Pigeon, who's had 3 podiums in the last 3 races, he's got 4th place in medium tyres. With Danny, who had a really good race last time but picked up a load of penalties. Hopefully he'll have a better race than the Red Bull. He's in 3rd. IGN Legends, he actually missed out on the race last week. Obviously retired from Monza. He's back. Hopefully he can push forward. He'll get 2nd place in millions with our pole position leader, RSF1 Vettel. Again, he didn't have better races last week, but hopefully tonight must be his way for the Toro Rosso in the medium tyres. And that is our top 19 drivers. Not bad going, eh?
Alright, they're all just backing up now. Is there anybody that's... Yeah, there's a few of them that are really sat towards the back. We could see the leaders sat on this grid for quite a bit. We do have Danny and Pigeon Munch must have had a little collision. That was right at the end there, back on the grid now. Let's have a look. Vettel lines up. Yeah, he's going to be sat there for a little bit of time, is Vettel.
Yeah, but not as much time as Danny and Mr. Pigeon. So, oh, the Haas is sticking out a little bit from the grid. Don't know what's happened there, so that's not very good. I'm not too sure whether or not you can see that on your screen.
I can see that, yeah. Who is that in the house? RGN Legends.
That would be IGN Legends. Here we go. So we are ready for.
Oh, how's it going? A little bit concerned for
five,
Legends.
4, 3, 2, 1, and we are. Oh no, we're off.
We're off.
So here goes Val. He's got a great start, but obviously right behind him is the Haas, which is IGN Legends. Look at Mr. Pigeon making a big move on Danny has already coming up to third place. As Vettel gets a great start, but look at IGN Legends on the inside. Having a battle with Vettel, but Vettel shuts him off. Literally right there. Danny's still got his third place, but look at IGN Legends really battling. Vettel literally on the right hand side is battling. Look at her speed. Frontline speed all the way from IGN Legends. He's going to take the lead. Will he take the move? No, Vettel backs off. And look at that, IGN has actually got the move done in first sector. Danny in third, but Kengstar's moved all the way up from literally what's a move from Kengstar. He's in third place. Mr. Pigeon in fourth. Danny all the way down fifth. And I don't think there's a little straight what's happened. He's up to 11th. And Dyslexia's gone from literally 18th to 15th already. So we had a few people already moving. Unity, he's up from 12th up to 8th left already. And we've got a right battle here. Stripper right on the D-box. It looks like Vettel and Verstappen right behind him. Oh, he is a little bit touch scared. The one won't win, but it's okay at the moment as Verstappen literally comes out of that back. But he's obviously got the hard tires. He's on the medium tire as well. That's not a very good start from Verstappen at all. He's moving slowly but surely back with the Ferrari right behind him. This could keep an eye on what's going in front. And it's LG Legends. Kengstar, what a move, what a great start from him. All the way up to third place already. Red Bulls as literally IGN Legends, as you said earlier there, Shane. And a great start there. What an awesome start there. All the fails going to the vehicles already.
Yeah, I've noticed. I'm expecting a good. Oh no, Vettel! Oh, can everyone avoid him?
Oh my God, he's on the track!
No, who's that that's hit him? Was that Unity? I think that. Oh my God! Oh no!
Oh my God! What's happened? Oh my goodness gracious me! Oh my great! Oh my God! Literally, unfortunately, that is literally
How is that only a VSC?
right out of the race. Oh my goodness gracious me! That is not going to help Verstappen. Or Vettel just lost the back end coming out. Had a bit of dirty air. Literally smashed into the track and literally just came all the way across the grid. People were trying to get through. We got a virtual safety car.
Yeah, Unity Hush has no wing. Unity Hush was caught in that. Obviously, Verstappen was caught in that as well, and Vettel was the one
wow.
that it, so.
Yeah, championship leader is already got problems. This is not good. This is not good for championship leader. This is great news. Well, obviously, we don't want to say anything bad about it, but obviously, this is fantastic for Mr. Pigeon. Mr. Pigeon is really catching up with Kengstar at the moment. Kengstar's moved himself up to second place. So obviously with that, but it looked as if he got a bit of bad dirty air there coming out of that corner there, didn't he, Shane? And just lost the back end of the car, which spiraled across the track. Wow, that was unbelievable. I'm sorry about that. That was unbelievable. But anyway, the worst person about it is Unity. Unity's having a few problems because he's just limping around the track trying to get out of everybody's way. Dyslexic with the other hand. Oh my God. Oh my goodness gracious me. The DRS has been enabled, but Unity needs to get out of the way. He's got a damaged wing. He needs to move out of the way.
In rapid sprays severe collision with Aussie. Quite sure what's happened there.
Oh dear. I don't know. We're having a look here.
Wing.
So look at the debris. Look at the debris on the track there. But let's have a look what happened now. So no Charles, looks like he's okay. Look at Mr. Pigeon, he's got DRS wide open, just battling Kengstar, trying to get into second place, because at the moment IGN Legends has managed to pull ahead a 2-second gap on Kengstar, and that's actually just allowed IGN Legends to really control this race. But wow, 3 laps in and we've lost 2 drivers already.
Yeah, it's been very unfortunate, very unfortunate. What a feeling ghosting isn't on.
Yeah, ghosting, I don't know why ghosting, well, it's a conversation for another time, I think, you know, probably else, but there you go. So, but anyway, while we're watching it, Rapid Sprays has come here, he's out on another set of medium tyres. Unity is in 16th place on the hard tyres, so Unity's just going to go for the long stint, but that's asking a lot. But anyway, Dyslexic, he's actually having a really good battle at the moment for the Williams, and he started at 18th place, and he's already made it up to 9th place, battling with Vettel SF. Is he actually having a look in the hard tyres as well? Because Vettel SF is all over the place with that. You know, he's trying to literally get out of the DRS range of Dyslexic. Look, a great exit there from Dyslexic, right at the gearbox. We got to be careful because this is where Vettel literally lost it, and he lost the back end. But it looks like Vettel Dyslexic is going to make a move. Is he going to be hard enough? He's going to make a move on this first corner, but he actually does make the move and make the move stick. Really well done there from Dyslexic. Moves himself up to 8th place, and hopefully he's going to try and battle. But look at Vettel with FF. He's not letting Dyslexic get away from it. While this is all going on, Bamba Vikings right to the gearbox. Oh, he almost loses the back end, but DRS wide open. Let's have a look and see if Dyslexic can actually try and defend.
Stop saying stupid stuff in the chat. You were unlucky, mate. Vettel spun. I don't know what you want him to do. He's done nothing wrong. Stop saying stupid stuff in the chat. Won't tell you again.
Right, yeah, Ben, please, Ben. So, listen, Ben.
At the moment, Ben, your behaviour is the one that's pathetic in the chat. He crashed. He's lost his rear ends. There's nothing he can do. Leave it.
Yes,
oh no!
Yeah.
What's Dyslexic doing?
Dyslexic's okay. He's all right, but he's battling with Bamba and with S01. I don't know if he's actually. Yes, he has. He's lost an end plate. Right side end plate. So let's have a look, and we'll have a quick look at this on here. So we'll keep an eye on it. But Dyslexic has lost a part of his front end plate, but it doesn't seem to be affecting him at the moment. So we'll see what happens with that one. But we've got a nice little battle here. Mr. Pigeon, whilst we've been keeping an eye on that, Mr. Pigeon has managed to get past Kexar. He's actually in 2nd place. That debris is still not being cleared off the track, by the way, Shane, on that end there. So that's going to be very interesting. But no shows at the moment. He's in 4th place as well. So, wow, this is what a well, I'll tell you what, I don't know.
Okay, Ben, I'll speak to you about it after the race, mate.
All right, okay, I'm not on about it. Okay, all right, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. No problem at all. Anyway, so as it stands, IGN Legends. Let's have a look and see where we are.
Darren's gone.
Oh, hello. Where's Darren?
Unity. I think he's retired in the pits by the looks of it.
It looks like it, yeah. So Unity's moved himself up to 15th place. Also at the moment he's in 14th, so he got caught. There was quite a number of drivers who actually got caught out in the first lap because when the crash, when the unfortunate, it was an unfortunate error from RSF1 Vettel. There's nothing he can do about it. He was just a passenger. But it looks as if a couple of drivers actually came in to change their wings after the first lap shenanigans. Really nice, wasn't it, Shane?
There was a good number of drivers that were straight in to change the wings. So I'm not quite sure what went on. I'm sure it'll be a job for the stewards over the next 24 hours.
Well, so at the moment we've got a nice little battle here for 8th place as Oaks has got a 3-second time penalty. And Vettel SF is all over the backside of Dyslexic. Dyslexic is doing all he can. Bear in mind that Dyslexic's got a front right-hand side broken in plate with he's battling with Bamba Viking, also with Vettel. And this is not helping at all, really, to be honest, for Vettel, because it is literally round the corners. But look at Vettel, he's getting so close. He needs to back off a little bit. He's hit the side of the wall. Is that Oaks? Sorry, it's Oaks. Apologies. Sorry, it is Oaks. And Oaks has gone a little bit too deep as well. He's lost the front end plate as well. And this is not looking good. Look at Bamba. Bamba's having a look. Oh my God. These two drivers, what is Oaks doing? Oaks really needs to settle down a little bit. As Bamber trying to make a strategic move. Sorry about that. Trying to put my teeth back in. As again, he's lost another part of his end plate. There goes Oaks. As he's got literally, it looks like Max, obviously. I forgot to mention Max. He's come all the way up from 19th place, and he's actually sitting in 11th place. Not bad positions there for Max in the McLaren.
He's doing well there. He's just sat behind this battle at the minute. I mean, he saw a little opportunity there, then pulled out of it. He's just been sat behind it, not getting involved. You can see it's a little bit scrappy, and he's just sat there. He's got all his wing intact. He'll get him when the time's right. So,
well, Bamber has managed to make his move on Dyslexic, because Bamber's actually got not bad wind damage at all. And look at Oaks, he's just getting so close. You're absolutely right there, Shay. Max is just sitting back watching this battle commence between the two. Now, bear in mind, Oaks is going to have a few problems, because he's literally, looks like we've got a bit of a problem there. I don't know about you, but it looked like there was a bit of lag there. I don't know what happened now, because
I didn't see any.
I have no idea. Okay, it might have been my connection. I do apologise for that. So we'll see what happens. But Oaks needs to get in. He really needs to get in and change that win, because that win is not
with him being on the hards.
No,
his win's a mess. But if he comes in now, he's switching to the two-stop. But that's got to be quicker at this stage now. Yeah,
he comes in. He's on his way in. Yeah, he's heading straight in. Dyslexia's doing a really good job, even though with that broken end plate in the hard tyres, doing a superb job at the moment. He's in 9th place, and Mex has moved himself up into 10th. What has been going on? Also, there we go. The Devil moved himself up into 6th place, which is, I just caught that as he just come flying around from Shrimper. So these two doing very well for themselves at the moment.
Yeah, obviously both of them guys on the hard tyres. They've got a good gap to the guys behind in 17th. To the guys behind in 8th and 17 seconds behind. We'll get that
Shane, I think you need to jump on this battle. No Shells and Kexar are having a great battle here. This is the 3rd place between these two. Really battling each other. So just mention, because I know you had a few cans, as you say. So No Charles has got a great little battle here. Medium tyres, both of them on medium tyres. It looks as No Charles has just got some, just a little bit more grip. And Kexar, I don't know if Kexar's actually got a problem with his front wing. Doesn't look like he has, but I'm not too sure. I know Vettel behind him has got a broken end plate. I might be mistaken there as they come around. I'm trying to see if they have, but it looks like Kexar has got a bit of a problem, because No Shots has just got that straight line speed out of nowhere with DRS wide open. Comes flying down. So look, Kexar hasn't got a problem with his front end. So at the moment, obviously he's doing everything he possibly can to make it difficult for Noel Charles to try and get past him. But this is good racing from both these two. Kexar doing a very good job in the Red Bull as well.
Yeah, it's there's some good battles going on, and it's only going to get better as that Dyslexic in the pit? That's Dyslexic in the pit as well. That releases Max Izu. No worries, Ben. Obviously, heat of the moment, things happen, and I appreciate the apology. I'm sure the rest of the guys do.
Yeah, well done, Ben. Nice work. You know what I mean? So, listen, mate. Unfortunately, it happens. It's one of those things. There's nothing you can do. Problem is, obviously, there was a lot of drivers who were trying to get through, and unfortunately, Ben just he had nowhere to go. So, one of those things. It does happen. It happens all the time. So, there's nothing we can do about it. So,
yeah,
it's just an innocent passenger. So, but we've still got
you with
a
the
really good
battery
race
run
going
for
on
the
at the
rest of
moment.
the cars behind, mate. Unfortunately, you cleared the path for it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, actually, in fairness, Unity actually hit him first. Unity actually hit him first. It actually probably put him, unfortunately, Unity came flying through, lost part of his front wing. It was lucky that Unity actually managed to stay out. Well, I'll tell you what, No Souls is getting so close.
A bit impatient there. I'm saying this, Quexall could be running at a lower downforce, and it's really, really difficult to overtake somebody that's running a lower downforce than you around here.
Oh,
really hard.
No Shoals. Wow, No Shoals decides to come in. So does Vettel. Vettel's Vettel. Both of them coming in. So that is a very interesting time. So Kexar doing a very good job, literally staying out on the medium tyres as well. Devil is up to 4th, Shrimp up to 5th, and Vettel SF as well. He's up to, he's going to be moving out. Well, Bamber Viking, he's going to be let's have a look at Bamba Viking. Bamba
Yeah,
Viking
both on the
should come out
hards.
in front of these two guys. So he should hopefully come out in front with his Halloween helmet. I can't believe
Yeah,
that. It's actually brilliant.
Bamba gets them both. Mexizu could get
Very
Vettel.
good move
He
there
has
from
got
Bamba.
Vettel.
Yes, he has, and so has Danny. Danny had got him as
And
well,
Gary.
so that's actually really good. And
Oh,
Gary,
they've
so
actually
that's-
come out side by side.
Oh.
Vettel just hasn't got the temperature in his tyres to just go for that. Oh, I think they've
And
touched
Vettel's actually lost a bit of end plate as well.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they must have touched on pit's exit. I'm not sure what's gone on
Yeah,
there,
they
but Vettel is not going to be a happy buddy in that car, I'd imagine. Danny with a penalty,
well-
3-second time. Multiple warnings. He's got past Mexizu there. I'm not quite sure how he's done that. Patronus for clips, Ben, please, mate. Yeah. So yeah, we're in.
I'm keeping an eye on this at the moment because looking at the front three at the moment, you've got Legends. He's actually having a blinding race at the moment. He's got a fight and he's coming into the pits. Legends is coming in the pits already. So he's decided that enough is enough and he wants to go in for the lead. But Mr. Pigeon is staying out, so he takes the lead. So whether or not
Quackshaw stays out.
IGN Legends is going for the undercut, and well, it depends really, to be honest, but it looks as if Mr. Pigeon is liking these medium tyres because he's going around very nice and tidily, and looks as if IGN Legends is going to come out. Will he come out? Yes, he'll come out in front of Viking, so he's got plenty of time to come out.
miles in front.
So that's pretty good strategy, but it all depends because, like you said earlier in the qualifying, or the mediums of harsh, I'll say,
LSF's lost it. Vettel SF's lost it.
tyres, they're going to go out for a longer stint.
Vettel's lost
so,
it. And the racing points.
Which
he
Vettel?
has no wing. Vettel SF. I did say it a few times, but I think I knocked the headset off at the same time.
Oh, he's out!
Ooh.
He's out! Vettel's out! And we are, oh no, that's a
VSC.
really nasty place. That has got to
VSC.
be, that's got either a VSC or a proper safety car. It's got to be a safety car at some point. There's somebody, that has got, well, that is not good there, I have to say. So we'll see. But Mr. Pigeon is literally, he's going to have to go a little bit slower around this track here a little bit. So obviously, that's going to help IGN Legends a bit more, actually. But this is going to help him get some warmth into those tyres and probably catch up with the likes of Shrimper and the Devil as well.
Yeah, there's catching him, then there's overtaking him. He's already 16 seconds behind, so that's 8 seconds.
Let's have a look at
between him and the Devil when the Devil pits.
Yeah.
It's going to be close. As I said to you, and I've pointed it out over and over again, I'm going to say it again. The medium tyres are so quick towards the end.
right.
Mr.
Well,
Pigeon
Mr. Pigeon is now coming in.
just as the VSC ends. Has Quexall followed him? Quexall's followed him as well, yeah. So we're going to see the
and the
Devil
Devil's
take over the
staying
lead
out.
of the race.
Yeah,
don't
let's
think
see
the
where
VSC
Legends comes out.
I don't think the VSC has helped Pigeon enough to try and jump IGN Legends, but
No, it hasn't, because here comes... And it looks as if Kexel's got a 5-second stop-go penalty. That's not very good for... So anyway, so Legends comes out ahead of Mr. Pigeon. So Mr. Pigeon is behind, but that is not helped Kexel. His 5-second penalty, stop-go penalty, has not helped. And here comes his teammate
dropped
as
him
well,
behind
Danny.
no shoals,
So-
Danny, Bamba Viking.
That's it.
That's
no,
dropped him
Kexel.
really far down the order behind Mexizu as well.
Yeah,
It's dropped him really far down the order. Bear in mind he's come out of
It's
P2.
not helped.
None of the other guys
Yeah,
that
he
have been
did,
that high
yeah.
up come out behind Bamba Viking, so he's lost an unreal amount of time there.
Yeah, that penalty did not do him any favours whatsoever. He had a 5-second
I don't know if it
stop-go
was a penalty or if perhaps he's had to run the toilet or something, because with pit assist off, it holds you there for ages if you don't release it yourself, before it automatically releases you. It just seems like he's lost too much time to me. He's lost too much time to me where he is.
No, I agree with you actually, to be honest, because at the moment, obviously,
Dyslexic and
I
I
thought
going
he
at it
might
towards the
have
back.
a so let's keep an eye on this. Yeah. Well, Dyslexic's got three. Well, he's got the medium tyres on. I don't know if those medium tyres are going to stay to the end, but Oaks is literally having a little bit of a battle there with Dyslexic. Let's have a quick look on his. He seems to be okay, but again, he's just getting a bit too aggressive. He's going for a move. Oh my goodness gracious me! He went for a really aggressive move there on Dyslexic. What on earth was he thinking? You don't try and go for a move there.
We still having a little touch. I mean, it was aggressive, but Dyslexic left the door open. He got his braking done. He got the turning in. I mean, it was aggressive. You don't see it there very often, but
no, definitely not. That's asking for trouble, really, because you could lose a bit of front end plate. You could lose a bit of front end. Plus, also, if you don't get that corner right, your rear tyre could smash into the back of it and turn your car around as well. So, fair play to Oaks. He managed to get the move done, but now he's got Dyslexic all over his gearbox with DRS wide open as Oaks goes trying to move out of the way with that literally that unbelievable slipstream that he's got. So we'll see where he has to see if he can try and push through. But Oaks is really doing everything he possibly can.
Yeah,
look at Dyslexic side by side. Here we
He's
go.
gone on AI. I think he was just clipping that just to.
Oh.
I know he's still in AI according to this. He's left the session.
Oaks. Yeah, he has.
Do you want to try and get him an invite back in, mate?
Yeah, we'll try and get a invite back in. We'll see what happens. Let's have a look. There he is.
So at the moment, the Devil and Shrimpy are going to come out in between Bamba Viking and Danny. Both of them guys have got to pit again as well. So they're looking quite nice. The front two are, and the pace they're going to have very soon. It's going to be another 4 or 5 laps, maybe a few more, and we'll start seeing some of the hard runners getting in for the mediums.
Yeah, probably. I mean, at the moment, obviously, it looks as if the Devil has got a nice sort of. I reckon right about now, those hard tyres will really come into their element for the next 6-7 laps, and then he'll probably pit in. It all depends whether or not they keep that gap. Bearing in mind, obviously, Legends has got a set of hard tyres on as well, and I can hear myself being Shane.
Is that any better?
Anyway, that.
Come out.
Yeah, that's you, mate. Yeah, I can hear myself being
Yeah, I would ask
on the
you
track. I can hear
better.
myself. Unbelievable. Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, let's carry on. So anyway, Legends is still sitting in third place at the moment as it stands. What's going on here? Look at that actually, I think. Or do we? Look at that. So that's better. But no, it's still echoing.
For God's sake.
I don't know what he's done anyway. So Mr. Pigeon, he's a nice job there. Obviously doing very nice, and his teammate still in second place, in 12th place. Right, I'm going to try and see if it's my end. Hold on a second.
Quexel's making a move on Danny, down into turn 1. He's got the move done. Danny's on 12 lap old hard, he's got no interest there.
That's better. I can't hear any echo now, so it's all done.
Alright, sweet.
Oh, so anyway, so let's get back onto what we were discussing actually earlier there, Shane. Because obviously we're looking at these front two runners. Obviously they're on the hard tyres, 13 lap olds. IGN Legends has obviously pitted for the hard tyres. So obviously he's going for a long, obviously going to go to the end of the race. What sort of lap would you say the top two should come in to change for a set of mediums?
Between laps 17 and 20.
Okay, so we've got another 4, maybe 5 laps at least. Probably 5-6 laps before they start coming in, yeah? we'll have a look at that.
Yeah, I think from
Keep
lap
them.
17 onwards, the window will be open for them guys.
Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that. So
Unity
anyway,
horse on the back of Zizu.
He does indeed, but Unity again. Unity has got 11 lap holds. 11 lap hold hard tyres. He's going to have to stop again. Now, here's a question for you: will he stop and go for a set of mediums now, or do you reckon he'll continue on and go for a set of softs for like trying to get the fastest lap if he can get into 10th place?
I don't know. I mean, if I'm Unity at this stage, I'm seeing how the field unfolds before I make a decision of whether I'm even pitting again or not.
Or Unity making the move, and he makes it stick, and he gets past Mex. So he moves himself up to 11th place, and now he's got another, actually in front of his championship rival, Mr. Ozza, in front of him, who is actually on 1 lap older tyres than Unity. So that could be very interesting moving up. I'm keeping an eye on what's going on. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right. We're about to see a roadblock. RGN Legends is catching up to the back of Shrimpy. Obviously, Shrimpy in the Alfa Romeo. His teammate, Mr. Pidgey Munch, is 7.8 seconds down the road from RGN Legends. I would be surprised to see Shrimpy make this easy for Legends. Very, very surprised.
Well, if I was Shrimper, I would actually play the team game and try and hold up Unity, try and hold up Legends, so that Shrimper, so that obviously Pigeon can actually try and catch him up, because obviously Pigeon is going to have 1 lap fresher tyres than Legends. Shrimper does not need. Well, Shrimper could continue on with his battle here at the moment, so obviously we'll see how it goes. As Mr. Pigeon is just coming around to the end, he's just coming around as the guys literally are just going through the first chicane, so he's slowly but surely. You've got to pay attention though, Elvis. It looks as if Shrimper is on the cusp of his. Oh, look at Legends! He's made a mistake. Oh my goodness, Legends has made a bit of a mistake. He's gone. I don't know what happened there, but it looks as if he got caught a bit of dirty air, and that is not. That's actually helped Mr. Pigeon more than anything, because that was, well, I could have lost Legends there. So that was not very good there. Don't know what happened there. Did you see that, Shane?
Yes, just. I didn't quite catch what went on though, unfortunately.
It looks as if when he came round to the end of 6-2, it looked as if he was going to open up DRS. And it was as if he was like, he opened up DRS and started warming up his tyres. That's the way it just looked. Look at this helicopter game I've got here. This is actually amazing. I have to say that when I did the stream on Monza, that I did some great helicopter cams. A lot of people said that the footage was pretty good, I have to say so.
There is nothing better than a helicopter cam. It'd be great if it was an option. Again, I've said this a few times on any streams that I've done. I've missed the rear view. The rear view's really nice.
Well, I ain't saying nothing for that. So anyway, so it looks as if Legends is, and I'm echoing again.
Right, let me change my headset, bear with me.
Okay, no problem. So while we are dealing with that, let's just keep an eye on what's going on. So anyway, Shrimper is massively caught up with the Devil, and Shrimper's catching him up. Now obviously he's going to try and get past. We've got Oates, he's actually in the, well, this is going to be interesting because now we're going to start hitting some traffic. So blue lights obviously going to be shown to Oates. He needs to, these guys go past. He should really do this nice and gently, because obviously at the moment, let's see what Oates does. Oates really needs to move out of the way, which he does. He does now, as Giga Shrimper and oh dear, hold a minute. Now that's interesting because Shrimper's managed to get past. Oates literally just moves straight ahead of Legends. He needs to move out of the way, and Oates is not moving out of the way.
Moving out of the way, yeah.
He needs to move out of the way, and at the moment, it looks as if he's not. He's not moving out of the way. Wow. Well, that's interesting. So anyway, let's have a look at Mr. Pigeon. Now this
Has
is going
Oaks
to open
got back
up
in his
Mr.
car?
Pigeon.
Is this Oaks or is it an AI?
No,
he's
it's
out
actually
the way,
Oaks.
He's out the way, he's out
Oaks.
the way, he's out the way.
Yeah, it is actually Oaks. Oaks did get back into his car, so but that was interesting driving there from Oaks because it actually gave Shrimper a little bit of a gap, and that's actually opened up the door for Mr. Pigeon because he's now. No way! What the hell?
Oh, Tomo has left the session.
I've just been kicked out.
Right, bear with me. Sorry, guys.
Right, that's right. You don't have to do anything. It's what I'll.
I've hearted. Don't worry, my friend. I've got you. I've got you.
Oh, dear, dear, dear. What on earth is going on here?
Gentlemen, Mr. Flaming, how are you?
Go. Coming back in. Sorry about that.
So I'm just waiting for this to unfold now. Any lap now we are going to see the Devil and Shrimper enter into the pit lane and put these medium tyres on. And you're going to get to see exactly how fast they are. At this moment in time now they will come out behind Quexor on P7 and ahead of Danny in P8. But again, you've got Bamba Viking who is also yet to pit, so he's going to go in as well very shortly. Just jump over with the Devil now. Let's see what he does.
Yeah, I was keeping an eye on what's going on here because I'm actually. Let's have a look here. So Legends is actually caught up. Whereas now here comes Mr. Pigeon. Mr. Pigeon needs to get past Oaks. Oaks needs to move out of the way to let Pigeon go through. Let's see if he does. Because at the moment he's not doing it again. We're going to have this little battle again. Hopefully, if Oaks moves out of the way, is he moving? Excuse me, is he moving out of the way? No, he's not. Is he? Yes, he is. There he goes. He moves slightly. He moves better out of the way than he did for Legends. Here comes Shrimp.
The Devil stays out.
Right now.
Shrimp is going for the undercut on the Devil.
That's a good call, actually. Very good call. So that enables. So Mr. Pigeon will move himself up into third place. He's got Oaks, who's actually right behind him. No Shells is coming past. So Shrimp is coming out. So obviously Shrimp is going on to the medium types. Let's have a look and see what everybody's been talking about. Kexel's come out in front of Shrimp. Bamba Vikings in the pits. And here comes Danny, obviously coming around. And there's Gary and there's Ozza as well.
It's really important Shrimp gets out ahead of these. Really important.
Does he? Does he get out in front of him? Yes, he does. Just about.
He needs to get them
that
tyres.
Is actually really good.
Ready quickly.
Well, he should be able to because he should be able to pull away, which he does. And he's actually got the medium tyres. He already has got a nice gap to Kexar.
Yeah.
Obviously, Kexar's got DRS.
8.6 seconds.
Has got
lap 19. Let's remember that. Watch how quickly that gap drops. Yeah. He was 4.9 behind the Devil when he stopped.
Okay, so the Devil is slowly but surely coming around the track. Let's have a look and see how he gets on. So he really needs to pick now on 18 lap old tyres. As you rightfully said, it's got to be between lap 17 and 20. So let's see what happens with the Devil. Will he go in? Because at the moment it's his race. He's doing very nice and tidily. He's not doing. Let's have a look. Will he go in? Yes, he's coming in. There he goes. Devil is actually going in. So Legends is going to take the lead. Shrimp is going to go in. Pigeon's going to get a second. So this is all about Shrimper. Yeah. Let's have a look. Let's see if he comes out in front of Danny.
A second on Quexor.
Right, so Devil is out. So Devil is actually coming out of the pits now. So here goes Shrimper. Shrimper is just coming around. Will he actually make the undercut work? I don't think he's got enough time to make the undercut work.
Time,
no.
Somehow.
He has, but hold on a minute, Devil is still just coming out of the pits. Here comes Shrimper now, as Devil is just coming out of the pits.
Has he lost time? He hasn't lost time. He has gained time. He's gained a good couple of seconds.
So that was so I'll tell you what, the person that were that for was the Devil. He actually got the overcut worked on that one. So well done there.
Yeah, he gained 2 seconds on him, though Shrimper did on that lap.
Now, with 11 laps left, let's have a look. Mrs. Pigeon's got 9 lap old tyres, so obviously those tyres should go for another 10 laps.
Gary's made a move on Danny. Danny's switching it back on it. He's going to get there. He's stuck on the outside there, Guy.
Oz right on the
also
backside,
close
and
to
look at
this.
this.
So is Unity Hush. This is going to be a great battle for those last points. And Bamba Viking is 12
Unity
seconds
at the
down the
moment.
road, but he is on fresh mediums. Would not be surprised to see him joining that battle very soon.
Oh,
Rapid sprays at 3 seconds.
We've got yellow flags. What's happened now? I don't know what's. Oh, look, we've lost. It's Oaks. Oaks is spun out. Oh dear, that's not going to help him at all. And Oaks has literally moved out of the way. Oh dear. On 62, we got yellow flags at 62. So anyway, let's have a look. Legends is doing a very good job. He's 7.5 seconds ahead of Mr. Pigeon. But as you rightfully said, let's keep an eye on Shrimper and the Devil, because the Devil is actually coming around.
Let's keep an eye on him. See where he crosses the line behind Klexor after. See where we're at the end of the lap. There's a general idea. So he crosses the line.
Wow,
2.2.
there you go.
Let's call it 2.3 seconds. Let's see where we're at. Shrimper with the fastest lap of the race, which is a 39.8. Just out of curiosity, Shrimper's just on a 39.8. What did Klexor do?
Quixar did. Hold on a minute, I shall tell you right now. He did. Where is it? Quixar. His last lap was a 41.7.
A lot quicker. Bamba Vikings just set a new fastest lap there. I didn't quite see what it was. But Quexor was what? 2.3? He's already 1.5 behind.
Yeah, so basically 41.7 was Quixar, and you said 39.2 was obviously 39.3, wasn't it? So here comes Devil. He's catching Quixar up massively now, so let's have a look and see what Quixar can do, because at the moment these medium tyres are going to come into a fresh lap of their own. Bear in mind, Quixar's hard tyres, they are only 10 laps old, but they will...
seconds. In 2 seconds, not even 2 sectors yet, has caught 2 seconds on Quexor, is what the Devil's done. 2 seconds on him in 2 sectors. That's how much quicker the medium tyres are. Telling you, 10 laps to go, do not count the Devil and Shrimper out of getting strong podium finishes here.
Very true. So we'll keep an eye on this little battle here. This is for 4th place at the moment. And obviously right ahead of this is No Shoals. No Shoals is not that far ahead of Quexar actually. So the Devil is actually catch up with Quexar, and then he's going to have a nice little bit of fresh air to get past. So let's have a look at this DRS wide open as he comes flying through. He's going to make that move. Will he make the move?
It's going to be an
yes,
easy
he does.
Quexor's not going to
nice
answer.
easy pass there.
And his next problem is the Alfa Romeo behind him of Shrimper. He's
Yep,
3.1 behind. He is not getting on with these mediums as well as the Devil is, but he will still catch him.
True, but Quexar's got DRS, so he's going to be able to sort of keep up a little bit with Devil, but not as much as obviously it won't be long before Shrimper, as you rightfully said, Shrimper will be all over the gearbox of Quexar, I reckon, probably by mid-sector 3, I reckon, probably, the way it's going with these guys at the moment. So, but No Shoals, look at that. Just as No Shoals is turning to the tap, there was the Devil right behind him. So Devil's actually catched up with No Shoals at the moment. So No Shoals will know sooner rather than later he's going to have a Ferrari for company. Right there is Mr. Pigeon. So this is going to be really interesting. You might be right.
Surprisingly, we've missed Sync Dyslexic has actually been in the pitch. Yellow flag sector 2.
Shrimper?
Shrimper.
I don't know
He's
what's
down to
happened
5.5 seconds behind Quexor. That was Shrimper. I'm not sure what happened to him. But Shrimper's had an incident somewhere.
No, Shrimper's okay. His front wing's not causing any damage, so he's still got a nice damage,
he's made a mistake. That's what the yellow flags were for. He was 3 behind. He's now 5, so he's lost a couple of seconds somewhere.
Well, that's given Quexar a little bit of there you go. Look at there's the Devil, and he can see the Mercedes. He's so sure catching them up. I reckon probably. Let's see how he gets on this lap here. So let's just have a look here. So
he'll be on the back of him by the end. It's 3.5 seconds. By the end of this lap, he will be within a second.
So just give you an idea. So No Shoals' last lap was a 1:41.9, and Devil's was a 1:38.8.
Much quicker. Be on the back of him.
So he's got a 3-second time penalty. He's 7th.
Was he 22 seconds? He was 22 seconds behind the leader on lap 21. He's now 16.7. A couple of laps later.
Well, the laps are slowly but surely turning down, so we'll see. Dyslexic has left the session, looks like. I don't know what's happening now, so I'll try to see if I can get him back. Keep going. What's happening now? Sorry, excuse me a second. Okay. That's what we've done. That's what we're doing. While we're keeping an eye on that...
1.8 between the Devil and No Shoals. Shimpa's got it back down to 4 seconds with him and Quexor. And we've still got the battle going on between Gary, Ozzy, Unity Push. Bamba Viking, who I believe several laps ago was 12 seconds behind this fight, is now 3.9.
There you go already, and he's been setting a couple of fastest laps as well, actually. While this has been going on, look at Devil.
The Devil,
he is now
1.5,
caught up with
1.4.
No Shells.
Can he get close enough for the first DRS zone?
Possibility. There's a possibility. We'll see how he gets on. It all comes down to this little lap, this little chicane here, and he is slowly but surely catching up with him.
I think he's just outside of DRS. Just outside.
Have a look. Is he?
Yeah, he's just outside.
Yes, he is.
Under the activation point.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any difference anyway.
It just means he's going to have to follow him for the rest of this lap probably, and lose a little bit of time behind him. But you've then got 4.6 seconds up the road. P2, Mr. Pidgey Munch, once you can get past No Shoals.
Yeah, it is true. He is doing that. Those red lights are actually going on. He's actually managing his ERS and his battery at the moment. He's doing a pretty good job on that side of things, but
yeah,
he's right on the gearbox of No Shoals. He's really making No Shoals think about it.
Is he going to have
a little bit too wide there, but let's have a look.
He's gone to swing it around to get the drive there, as what he was doing. I think he was hoping to get a little loop down here.
He wasn't close enough, I don't think. He definitely wasn't close enough, but he's getting closer and closer. But this is actually helping him, Mr. Pigeon, at the moment, because Devil's right on the gearbox. He's thinking about it. He had just letting No Shoals thinking, just saying, look, I'm right behind you. Literally, I'm going to get you because I'm going to get taking the next DRS rate.
He just needs, nice and easy. Don't arrest Gary. There we go, little let off. He knows he's got him. He's got so much more grip than No Shoals has. Nice easy pass again from the
There he
Devil.
goes. Yeah, beautiful pass there. And at the moment, as it stands, thinking of driver of the day, he's definitely a front contender.
Depending on his penalties, driver of the day is a slam dunk for me, mate, for the Devil.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now, unfortunately, I don't know if the Devil finished last week, but I know he is potentially carrying some penalties today. He had a really, I had a little chat with him. He had an absolute nightmare of a race last week. Anything that could go wrong for him went wrong for him. So it's good to see him bounce back today and have the performance he's had so far. With 6 or 7 laps left, it's obviously in P3. He's probably got across the line P2 today. I think 13 seconds for RGN Legends is probably just too much of an ask for him. I say that, what is the penalty situation up front, mate? What's the penalty situation between Legends, Pigeon and the Devil?
Okay, so Legends, let's have a look, Pigeon, interesting, the Devil. Okay, so basically, Legends and Pigeon have got 1 warning, the Devil's got 2.
So no penalties as of yet, nice. Oh, the Devil's just seeing the rear of Pigeon Munch Alfa Romeo. That will definitely be exciting a little bit. There it is again, just coming through the corner. There it is again.
Yeah, there he is. He can see him, he can sense it, he's catching that Pigeon. He knows that Pigeon's got a delivery to make, but he knows he can catch him.
Probably do with Dyslexic had joined. I didn't realise Dyslexic had left.
I've already sent him an invite, so I didn't send him back. So obviously he did leave, so obviously you're not paying attention, are you?
Oh, I was paying attention to what was going on the track, mate. What was going on the track, the important things.
So was I. I was paying attention to what's going on the track. I'm paying attention to everything else, so obviously, you're not doing your job properly.
I've also just looked over at my daughter who sat on a potty, probably one of the funniest faces I've ever seen. No prizes for guessing what she's doing.
Well, leave it at that. Anyway, so Devil is doing a very, very good job. Danny's got a 3-second time penalty. Actually, I think it's the first time I've actually seen Danny get a penalty around here, which is quick. It's the yellow flag for 6-2. Oh, who's
Bam the
done
Viking.
that? I don't know what's happening now. Oh, yeah.
He was half a second behind Hustle. I'm not sure what's happened. Got the helicopter cam at the moment, so I can't see if he's got any damage. 9.1 seconds behind. He's in 10th place. He's probably going to settle with that. Yeah. He's got no damage. So we've got Unity, Hush, and Ozit currently battling. And they are just 1 second behind Gary.
Now, Shrimper has managed to catch up with Kexar here. This is for 5th place, sorry. As Kexar's doing a very, very good job on those hard tyres, but obviously, again, you know, with Kexar on those 15-lap-old hard tyres, and Shrimper just trying so hard to keep up, but obviously he's on the cusp of really running out of a bit of fuel there. So anyway, and while we've been watching that, look where Mr. Devil is, and look where Mr. Pigeon is.
I've seen him, the sneaky little devil. 1.5 behind Pigeon.
There you go. So the Devil doing such a great job at the moment. I have to say he's done an extremely good job tonight. And to be very honest, dude, oh dear, it's Leicester City yet again. Cool, what's going on there? And he's joined again, so I don't know what's happening there. So
Unity Hush at the moment is really, really struggling with trying to make a pass on Ozzy. He's at the moment he's behind him. He's probably quicker, but in all the places that matters, Ozzy is just holding on to the back of Gary to pick up that DRS that stops Unity Hush having to go at him. Shrimper is now within DRS range of Quexor. Yeah, the Devil does have 2 10-second time penalties from Monza, unfortunately. So, with that in mind, he's going to drop around about to where Shrimper is. Obviously, there's still a few laps left yet. So.
Shame, actually. It is a shame. But obviously it depends on how many seconds he finishes ahead of the other drivers as well. 20-second time penalty. Ooh, dear. DRS wide open. This first one's actually DRS on Mr. Pigeon. We are literally just with 4 laps to go. It's actually not been a bad race tonight, has it, for F1? I mean, I know we've had a few. We had that little incident with Vettel. It was such a shame to see him unfortunately crash out. But it was a shame to lose Ben as well. But I've actually quite enjoyed tonight. The F1 drivers have done a very, very good job tonight, haven't they?
They have, mate. Yeah, it's been good. It's been fun. You've actually let me talk for a change. I'm not used to that. It's been enjoyable. It's been back to the old days. Last week was like the very first time I ever did commentary with you, where you were extremely stressful to work with. But this week, it's been just like the old times. What game does an award, my friend?
Yes, it's very true. Yes. Yeah. But I just thought I'd give you some airtime because, you know, I'm not saying anything. I'm getting it out of this one. Anyway, so whilst I'm going to do a quick little cheap pun here.
Just quick, sorry.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, any out of game penalties will be applied after the race. So the Devil, providing he stays in the top 3, will get interviewed as he should do.
Yeah, I think this deserves to be definitely what he's doing. An absolute awesome job. But anyway, getting back to what I was about to say, this Friday coming, we've got the podcast, and we have an Irish themed podcast. Ooh, pigeons! Pigeons feeling the pressure. This Devil's right up in his gearbox.
Oh, the Devil's feeling the pressure.
Be very...
Devil's also lost it slightly. He needs to try and stick close to him here. He's not close enough. He's going to have to follow him for another lap, unfortunately. Unless he can get some epic drive through here. I think the tyres are starting to give way for the Devil. Which means if they're starting to give way for him, Shrimper could be having similar issues. The Shrimper. I don't know where that came from. The Shrimper looks a lot more stable on his tyres. The Shrimper.
Anyway, sorry, as I was saying, So this week on Friday we have got an Irish-themed podcast. I've got 3 Irish drivers already. I'm trying to find the 4th. I hope all of you can join us at 8 o'clock on Friday night for a great laugh. We did one for the Scottish guys, and it was a good laugh for all of them. I'm hoping that obviously we can still do the exact same thing for the Irish. We will be bringing out some other ones as well. So.
Yes, Vettel, we did catch your crash. Sorry, mate. You guys caught my lovely exit out of the last corner. I had a good view.
What a crash it was.
Oh, the Devil's getting a little bit antsy here to try and get Pigeon. Just following through.
Getting impatient.
Yeah. Following
Getting
through.
impatient.
Just needs a good drive through the final corner. You can get him to turn 1. He'll have the traction. Oh, he's dropping behind again. This is probably he's probably got 2 more opportunities to overtake this one, which he's not getting this time. Oh no! What about 30? He's got 1 more. He's got 3 more opportunities to overtake at the maximum now. The Devil. Shrimper is in a similar boat. See where Shrimper is coming down the final straight. Nope. Not going to use it. Devil's not close enough to Pigeon at the moment.
Pigeon's did a very, very good job at the moment. He's managing those tyres. He knows that he's going to have, obviously, Devil catching him up. But obviously, it seems round Sector 2 that Devil managed to try and catch up with Pigeon. But when it comes to the last and first sector, Pigeon's just got that extra speed on the, and we'll see. Because at the moment, I'm just looking. There you go. That's the reason why. If you look at Mr. Devil is using all of his ERS trying to catch up with Mr. Pigeon, and Mr. Pigeon has got.
Sorry to interrupt. Unity Hush is finally having a run on Aussie down the first DRS. Sorry. Got the inside line. Oz's trying. He's still got the inside, and Unity Hush may have to look at the back of that McLaren for another lap. He's holding. Yeah, he's gonna have to stay. Is he? Hold on. I'm not sure. I don't know, guys. I'm not sure. It looks like it's over, and then Unity has.
Oh no!
I'm going to be honest there.
Yeah.
That was really, really good driving from Ozzy. Really good driving from Ozzy. He saw a collision was coming, and he bottled out. Well, he didn't bottle out. That's a wrong phrase. He moved out of the collision happening. Probably hoping he wouldn't hit the walls. He's just hit another one.
Yeah, that's not going to be good for Ozza, unfortunately. That's going to open the door up for Bamba Viking to probably get another point as well. Now, going back onto this battle, and Devil has literally not got close enough, but hopefully he's going to get close enough here. He's actually got DRS wide open, and he's still not close enough. Pigeon is doing such a grand job. And this is going to be a quadruple for Mr. Pigeon so far.
Shrimper could be. Maybe.
No, I don't think Shrimper. No, Shrimper's not close enough. He's just on the cusp.
Not enough, yeah.
Just on the cusp there. But look at, here we go. Here comes Devil now. Devil knows he's got 1 more lap, or half a lap, to try and take over Mr. Pigeon. But look at Mr. Pigeon doing such a grand job. Really doing everything he possibly can. He's just been absolutely superb all the way through, did a brilliant job there, and he gets that's where he is. He gets a great, obviously, just straight through. Shrimper's got a 3-second time penalty, so that's not going to help Shrimper out at all. Everything else, if he does get past Kit, so he's going to have to give that position back. And here we go. This is it. This is going to be the last few corners now, Shane. But obviously, let's just get back onto our front, our leader, as he goes flying around. He's about to finish the race. Legends literally takes the checkered flag for the Haas for first place. Let's have a look at this last little battle, last little chicane from Mr. Pigeon, as the Devil's trying so hard to try and catch up with him. It looks like Mr. Pigeon has got this in the bag, and he gets his quadruple podium. That's 4 podiums in a row, just in case you didn't understand that. And he actually absolutely does a fantastic drive. The Devil gets 3rd place. Brilliant drive from the Devil. No Shoals gets 4th. Shrimper does class for 5th. and he actually gets past Kexar, so Schumper does make it into 5th place. Gary, he's coming around, he's finishing, hopefully he's going to take 7th place, a nice way. Unity, he's actually going to pick up another 4 points for the championship, but that's it's still not bad right for the Unity, but I have to say, pretty
Unity
good
jumps,
drivers
Gary.
there from Unity.
Bamber
And
Viking
yes,
jumps,
he
Gary.
does, and Bamper. Let's have a look. Here comes Danny, and Danny comes through, and he finishes 10th. So Danny takes the last place points as Ozza's got a 3-second time penalty. Here comes Mex. Mex has done a fantastic job. I know he's going to finish just out of the points, but I have to say, from 19th to finishing 11th, that's a pretty good drive from him. That'll give him something. Sync Dyslexic. He's got a foul with
having a
Ozza.
battle on the last. I don't think Dyslexic's here actually.
No, I don't think he is, but there you go. Oh, look at Ozza! Ozza just
Loves a
loses it,
little
but I'll tell
spin.
you what,
Loves a little spin. Do you want to get
But-
our podium drivers in? And I will take us through the classification.
No problemo.
So the lovely Haas on the front row. We're used to seeing a Haas on a Haas in P1, but it's normally Unity Haas that we find sat there. So let's get through that and we'll get to our classification. So IGN Legends, IGN Legends takes P1 in the Haas, starting from 2nd place. Mr. Pigeon Munch in P2. We have the Devil, my driver of the day, Tomo. I'm guessing you probably agree with that. No penalties,
Absolutely.
up 13 places in P3. Great drive from him. No shoals in P4. Shrimper in P5, good race from Shrimper as well. He started in P11 and he finished up in P5. Got Quexel P6, Unity Hust Championship leader, probably a race to forget to him in P7. Bamber Viking in P8, Gary in P9, Danny in P10. That's rounding out the points for us. And the rest of the finishers, we have Mex Zizu, who still had a good drive just outside of the points in P11. Dyslexic in P12, Ozit 13. And the last of our finishers, Rapid Sprays, in 14. Unfortunately, accidents caused us to lose Iox, Vettel SF, Darren, RSF1 Verstappen, and RSF1 Vettel. And that is a classification today. Do we have our podium boys all in here?
Yes, we do. Guys,
We
if
do.
you just click the box to say you obviously with your audio as well, if you can, please.
Right, Mr. Tomo, I will take third and first. I'll let you do the middle one this week.
Ah, cool. Okay, no problem at all. Fire away.
I'm nice like that. So, in third place, we've got the Devil in the Ferrari. Absolute phenomenal drive from you, Devil. Me and Tom have already said you are our driver of the day. Great drive from you, starting 13th and getting back up to P3. Just talk us through what happened. I mean, I'm sure you were expecting to be in Q3 in qualifying, and then obviously with the race for us.
Yeah. I knew I had some pretty decent pace, but I made a few mistakes in Q2, which was a bit frustrating. But I knew I could have the free tyre choice, so yeah, it was what it was.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was a great race from the back there on the hards. I mean, last week for yourself, as we know, it was definitely a race to forget for you. I had a little chat with you about it afterwards. You were a bit disappointed in yourself as well, and this is a great way to answer back to that by, pulling yourself onto the podium, getting driver of the day. I'm sure you're proud of what you've got from today.
Yeah, I knew what I wanted to do starting this race. I just wanted to come in, have a clean race, run my own race. Yeah, and that's what I did. I stayed out of the way. I let a couple cars overtake me going into turn one, just to keep it clean. And yeah, I didn't get any damage. It was a pretty decent race in the end.
I think it was more than pretty decent, mate. P13 to P3 is a great drive, so well done for you. Any questions for the Devil, Tomo?
Thanks, mate.
No, actually, to be perfectly honest, well, I thought you did a fantastic job, and yeah, I do agree, driver of the day. But you must have been sitting there at some point, actually, the last 4 laps, trying to overtake Mr. Pigeon. Was you getting a little bit frustrated? I mean, obviously there was a occasion where you got a little bit too close, and obviously your back end sort of went a little bit. Were your tyres still okay, or do you reckon you were going to
Yeah,
go
my
take
my,
one?
my tyres were really dying at that point. It was about 50% on my rears. I was doing everything on the brake bias to try and just get a bit more performance out of corners. But Pigeon did brilliantly on old hards to, not bottle it. He didn't mind me. He just did what he did. And yeah, I tried to put on the pressure, but no, he didn't. He didn't crack, unfortunately. But yeah, it was what it is. I'll take a P3.
Mm. Right, well, actually, that brings us very, very nicely into second place. And that's 4 in a row for you, Mr. Pigeon. If I remember correctly, we had a conversation at Monza saying, do you reckon you're going to get a podium in Singapore? And you went, not too sure. And there you go, you get your 4th podium in the row. That's pretty good driving from you. I know you're obviously not going to try and catch up with Unity, but still giving him something to think about.
Yeah, I'm on a roll, Tomo. I'm on a roll.
I know you are. But good race from you today, mate. Obviously, you managed to get through. That let's talk about the crash. Obviously, you know what I mean. Obviously, that just changed everything. When you came around the corner and saw Vettel come through, did you sort of think, "Oh crap," you know what I mean? I've got to get past, or did you sort of get past it way before he came over?
They were all too quick, to be honest. I think the words were, as soon as I went past, like, oh, Vettel's binned it, and that were it. I'm on to the next thing. Um, but yeah, I think we fell a little bit lucky today. There were a lot of fast guys that I think messed up in Q3 or binned it early in the race. So I feel like I'm very lucky to be second, bear in mind, because I'd say this was one of my worst tracks.
Well, yeah, I remember we talked about that. Obviously, like I said to Monza, that you said you wasn't not looking forward to Singapore, but like I said to you, 4 in a row, the quadruple podiums. You've done a really good job in the last 4 races, and obviously, second, third, and second. So you can't complain about that. So, but well done to you, Mr. Pigeon. Shane, anything you'd like to ask this young man?
I think you're quite a quiet race, if I'm honest. It obviously was a great drive from him. Bye, devil. A great drive from him. A nice podium for him again. But I mean, you had quite a quiet race, didn't you?
Yeah, at first, Quicksaw I thought would be a bit faster, to be honest, but it looked very unsteady with his setup. He was a bit all over the place. And I felt, to be honest, in the first stint, I was driving like really slow. Like I was just sticking to the track limits. With practice, I was struggling to even get valid laps in. So I was surprised that I could push more, but I didn't want to, if you know what I mean. When I saw the devil behind me, I pushed in the next corner. I cut it, and I was like, "All right, I'm just gonna chill for the rest of the race." And I almost binned it at the end. It was very close. But yeah.
Yeah, well done, mate. Well deserved that P2. So we move on to the winner today. Again, somebody else who probably had it nice and comfortable after the early stages. Obviously, had to overtake one of the hard runners, I believe. But great race from you, legends. You must be happy there. I think this is your second race back now. Everything went pretty much perfect for you today, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty comfortable in the race after I got in the lead. I knew I just had to just try to keep my tires in a reasonable temperature and just not, get any warnings or any penalties. So I just kind of wasn't pushing, but I was definitely not. I was trying to keep a reasonable gap to Pigeon or anything, just in case anything did happen, because obviously anything can happen in a street circuit, as Palmer would say. So I was just kind of strolling around the track really, and I don't know what happened off the start. For some reason, the game decided to put me right in front of I think it was Danny in grid was slot 3 instead of P2. So I have no idea what happened there. But yeah, as soon as I got past who was it? RSF1 Vettel. As soon as I got past him, pretty nice move actually. I just had to just keep it clean and
It was a nice
trying
move
to
on
extend a
Vettel.
gap.
It was an okay move. It was an okay move.
Give the man credit where credit's due, Tomo. So, yeah, obviously great race from you. Quexor has just put the had wing damage, which was why he was a bit slower than obviously what you probably expected, Pigeon.
There you go.
But yeah, great race. I haven't really, other than that move on lap one, I haven't really got anything to ask you, other than well done, really. Any questions, Tomo?
Not really. I mean, obviously, Legends, you had a fantastic race. As soon as you got past Vettel, you managed to just pull ahead and gave yourself a gap. But you must have had a big smile on your face when you knew that obviously Vettel. I know, obviously, he was trying to chase you down. Did you see any part of that when obviously behind you, or did you know what was going on behind you, or did you just continue on with your race?
I saw absolutely nothing. The only thing I knew is when Pigeon, because me and Pigeon raced in the same party, he was like, "Oh, Vettel's binned it," and I was like, "Oh, sweet." And I
Now,
was
hold on a
like,
minute.
"Shit."
Did you
We just
go
moved
oh,
on.
or did you go happy days?
I didn't laugh. It was more. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's definitely like it definitely relieves a lot of the pressure when the guy in P2 who's battling you for the lead like bins it and then you get a nice gap. So I mean, obviously I'm not gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I'm happy he crashed," because I like racing. I don't race just to stroll and win. I would have preferred it if like people like Ben and Ozza were at the front and we all had a nice battle, because that's why I race. I don't just race to win and stuff like that. It's not. I don't really enjoy just doing that. So I mean, I'm not going to be happy if someone crashes, but it definitely relieves a bit of pressure.
I don't mean that in a nasty way. What I mean is, obviously, when I say
No,
you
no,
was
no,
happy, I
it's
mean
fine.
obviously it gave you a bit of a relief. But obviously, you got pole position. You worked very hard to get pole position. Obviously,
I got
Ben had a
P2.
bit of a problem in. You got PT, so yeah. Oh, okay, shows you how much I'm paying attention, doesn't it?
Vettel was
So,
P1, mate.
but obviously that's because I've got an alcoholic with me in the commentary box. So sorry for that. So,
Well, this
but
alcoholic knows his
there you
road
go,
grid,
so.
mate.
Anyway, no, but all joking aside, Legends, you had a fantastic race. So congratulations on the win.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, I do
Well,
have
guys.
one other question though before we go. Hold on a minute. I've got one more question for both of them, which you have not asked yet. So I'm going to ask both of them. So next track, Russia. What are your thoughts?
I'll let Pigeon start.
I have honestly maybe done less than 20 laps at Russia, but it's one of those tracks where it invites you to push a lot with it being so easy to go wide through the corners. So I don't think it'll be. I think it'll be close in pace throughout the whole tier, but I think to be honest, it'll be down to who gets the least penalties.
Legends.
I have done one race round there, and to be honest, I had some pretty good pace. So hopefully I can get the front again, battling for a podium or win or whatever. So yeah, it's definitely a tricky track with track limits. If you go wide in quali, it's instant invalids pretty much, and it's really easy to cut. So I definitely think it'll be close though, which will be fun.
I'm now done now, Shane. You got anything else you want to ask these guys?
No, that's all right, mate. It's all right. I'm used to you interrupting me. Rude person. That's all right. I've been told I'm not allowed to swear on the stream, so as you probably noticed, I keep beeping or like stopping myself.
Race change.
Yeah, great race from you guys. I mean, just to go through the top three again, Legends with an absolute fantastic win in his second race. It's your second race in RSF1, isn't it, Legends?
Yes.
Yeah.
Had an unfortunate race at Italy.
Well, we'll forget about that one. In P2, again, with 4 podiums in a row now, we've got Mr. Pidgey Munch, and in P3 we've got the Devil. Do join us again tomorrow. It is the F4 stream. Your streamer and commentator for tomorrow will be Brundle, will be your streamer, I believe, and our F1 Championship leader Unity Hush will be commentating with him. Do join us at 8 o'clock for the F4 stream. I'm sure they'll give us another great show. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.